Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots podcast, back for another week of Brilliant Idiotness. We have any pre-rolls, Taylor gang? Okay, let's start the goddamn show. Listen, letting you know right now we doing this on a Monday. But how are you, Hezekiah Walker? How was the weekend?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling blessed and highly favored, as Charlamagne would say.
You just announced you announced the special already, but you dropped the trailer.
That's the first time I really posted about it on social. So I had that trailer drop that I showed you. That was really cool. Shout out The Martian, Matt Damon, the legend.
How did that come about?
I just asked him.
You just hit him up like...
I was like, yo, man, I know you are so busy and this is like, please say no if this is at all uncomfortable. Also, I hate asking people for shit. And he was like, because he's going to film The Odyssey. You know, Christopher Nolan's new movie. It's going to be the biggest fucking movie ever. And he goes, hey, man, when do you want to do it? And I was like, well, whenever you can do it. And he goes, well, I go to film The Odyssey Friday. Yeah, so just before Friday, like anytime between like 8 and 3, that's when the kids are at school.
Does he live in New York?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you.
And I was like, oh my God. And then it's even scarier when he agrees to do it because you're like, I don't want to fuck this up. I want to make sure it's like good and he's funny.
Why Matt Damon though? Because I feel like, I thought Matt Damon was a great choice. He killed it. But then as I was thinking about it, that's Jimmy Kimmel's buddy.
Yeah, I love
Jimmy Kimmel's had a little smoke for you.
I love Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying.
I love Jimmy.
Jimmy doing it would have been kind of crazy. Matt was crazy.
Now, Matt, well, okay, so there's a couple reasons with Matt. One is fucking Matt Damon. He's like one of the last like movie superstars, right? And then two, it's like he's like the nicest, most likable dude. Right? Like in every role, he's the fucking hero. He's just you love him. In every single role, you fucking love him. And I was like, what if he's like a ball-busty villain? And he's funny. Like Matt's been in like comedies where he's done little shit. And I was like, all right, I know he's gonna be able to deliver. And then I hit him with the script and he was like, oh, this is fun. And then he started coming up with ideas and like kind of riffing. That was maybe the coolest part, being in the trailer with fucking Matt Damon and like riffing on lines. That was
He looks like 20 years older. Is that for the role?
Well, he's Odysseus. You an all-time hater, bro.
I'm not. Was that real?
That's real.
Yeah, the Odyssey.
It's the name of the character in the Odyssey.
What'd you say it was?
Oh, the Odyssey. You've heard about the Odyssey.
Yeah, but
Homer's the Odyssey.
I'm not playing with you.
We're not doing this. Odysseus.
No, this is the real one. Deadass, this is a real one.
Okay. You are an author, a New York Times bestselling author. You should know about the greatest story ever told, which is The Odyssey.
That book was long and boring.
I remember the book, but I don't remember what you're saying.
Odysseus is the main character of The Odyssey.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not trying to catch you. I could catch you if I wanted.
It feels crazy.
I wouldn't catch you with Odysseus. I catch you with something else.
Oh, this and this dick.
Jesus.
Okay. But anyway.
He still got that dick on his brain. He still got that dick on his brain. Taylor came in hot.
Unbelievable.
Taylor came in and showed a guy's that was absolutely huge. It was massive.
Was insane.
It was gigantic.
I mean, I'm not even going to, listen, I'm not even saying this on like some gay shit. That was just like some Ripley's Believe It or Not. Like, I'm serious. Like that shit, I'm not, like, this ain't even, it was like
that.
It was worse than this.
Whoever's editing this, please put the line in before we started what Charlamagne said off camera, but I think we were recording. Just put that line in right now.
What was the line?
Before we start, Charlamagne just kind of like looks down. He goes, man, I can't get that dick off my mind. You're talking shit.
I can't get that dick out my mind. Yo, that shit was insane. Why would somebody
Start the pod. The pod has begun. Nah, the pod has begun.
Why would somebody
the pod has begun.
You gotta see. I wish we could post it. Listen, what's the guy name who died? Remember the big dude, the big brother that was sitting on the bed and his shit was just hanging? This dude is about 3 of those.
Oh, yeah.
That picture that Taylor just showed us.
Yeah.
That shit ain't real, yo.
We don't know how big he what if he's a midget with a normal sized penis?
Yeah, man, that gotta be some photo tricks or something.
Yeah, man. And also maybe the way
he... video, though.
The video was crazy.
You can make AI videos?
I don't think...
Why did this even enter your... Like, you're a mother almost. Like, why are you even looking at these videos?
That shit look like a sawed-off shotgun.
Sawed off? That's the whole shotgun. That's Elmer Fudd. That's what that is.
You wascally wabbit. Right. You straight up. Can you imagine that? A motherfucker walk in with that shit and look at your pussy and go, oh, you wascally wabbit. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
What did Elmer Fudd say? What was his shit?
You wascally wabbit.
Not you wascally wabbit.
Yes, it was. You wascally wabbit. Wasn't it? Yeah, pull up Elmer Fudd.
I saw a putty cat. I did.
But listen, this is great.
Yo, you Jehovah's Witness ass no cartoon watching motherfucker.
I wouldn't say I thought I saw a putty cat.
I thought I saw a putty cat.
No,
I did.
Elmer Fudd said you wascally wabbit. Who said you wascally wabbit? Wasn't it Elmer Fudd? Imagine sticking your finger in that guy's hole. You remember how I used to stick the finger in Elmer Fudd's gun? What did he say? You wascally wabbit?
I thought you said you silly rabbit.
Silly wabbit. Tricks are for kids.
No, that's a whole
tricks.
other fucking commercial, man.
They just be very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits.
Oh yeah, he used to say that too.
Yes.
Be very quiet.
I'm hunting rabbits.
Why you start talking about that?
Huh?
What's the process of this? For just do you pay Matt or he just
No, you can't pay him. I don't have enough money to pay him to do something like that. Like
he just got to do it because he want to do it.
he just got to do it because he
Says a lot. Shout out to Matt Damon. Shout out to
him, man.
Says a lot.
And truly, like
It was so funny when I was talking to Jimmy one time. Jimmy goes, and I like Schulz. Matt put me on his comedy.
respect.
I remember he said that to me. He did say that to me.
Yo, shout out Jimmy, man. We love you, bro. We want to bring the old Jimmy back.
Man cave Jimmy.
We want
Hell,
man,
Jimmy, don't
man
ever bring that motherfucker back.
Man show Jimmy is
It's
goated.
over. He did that already. Let the man live.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta run it
They
back.
gonna say that after they see the life.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, I want the old Schulz back. And that was just last year.
I want the blackface Schultz.
That was just, I don't know. I've never seen that version.
No, I had a joke about blackface.
Oh, I thought you.
But that's what they're gonna say. They're gonna watch the life. Which is a fantastic
I'm busting
special.
Jimmy's balls, man. Jimmy's a grown-ass man. Obviously, things change and your life priorities change.
Yes.
You know? Come on.
Yes, it's okay to be gay nowadays, bro. Like, let that shit fly.
Are you saying Jimmy's gay?
No, I meant like.
Are you saying you're gay?
What's going
man,
on?
I don't mean gay in the way. I mean, like, you know, I mean gay in the man cave way. What's wrong with y'all?
It was. I
You
thought it was
get gay
called.
in the man cave?
Oh God.
Yo, take your dick out of a man cave for a second.
By the way, show them that goddamn Captain Caveman Club. We can't put that shit on the pod.
No. What is it?
I just okay. This is what we can do. We can put the picture up and just blur it, and they will be able to tell by how big the blur is.
Oh yeah, that we can do.
What this motherfucker is doing.
Who?
This guy that fucking Taylor showed us.
Oh yeah, replace the dick with like a grandfather clock. You know the thing that goes like that? The dongs.
Do you know how many times first of all, let's be clear, the way he's dressed is definitely suspicious.
He got on the bubble
He got
jacket.
the YN uniform, all right?
What's that?
He got the black North Face with the, what kind of, he got on sweatpants, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
No, it was nothing on.
What is
No,
YN?
he had it pulled down.
You guys still haven't told me what YN is.
He had the black North Face with the hoodie, the poo shiesty on his head, and that thing swinging. Every time he gets stopped and frisked, he got to drop his pants.
Oh, he got it.
He got to. The cops was like, come on, man, what the fuck
come on,
is
stop playing.
I
need
you
to
don't
see
think
that.
about that.
I need to
They not
see that.
Like, what the fuck is this? Hey, I ain't gonna front that. I never seen a BBD, yo.
Huh?
That was a BBD,
A big black dick?
God
You've
damn.
never seen a big black dick?
Not like that.
In real life.
That's poison.
Out of porn.
I'm serious. Like, that shit really. Did you see it?
I did. I don't believe it. That gotta be AI.
It gotta be
It
AI.
gotta
Now
be.
we talking.
But do you
He
guys
sent it
get?
to my friend though.
Yeah.
AI.
By the way, we didn't start this podcast talking about. I know Dick Talk is a segment on this podcast. Taylor just literally showed us this unbelievable shit.
But
early.
you get racism a little when you
Oh
see
my
it
god.
from white people, right? You get when white people are like, keep them away from our women or whatever.
Why you?
You get that
why-
a little, just a little
Listen,
bit.
you know, I can see your point. Why have we never seen those statues? This is why they never made statues of black people back in the day. It's easy to make the statues when you can put the little dick fucking Greeks on that shit.
There's Greek statues like
You know what I
crazy.
mean? There's plenty of Greek statues. You got the little dick. You can't make no statue of
Nah.
no Zulu warrior with no shit like
That
that.
is insane. They don't got enough marble.
What if?
They don't got enough Marble.
They
What if they-
broke it off like
what
they
if
broke off the
Zulu-
nose of the
Yo, what if Zulu Warriors never really was carrying spears?
That was
They was
this
just
the
holding
whole
their dicks
damn
up.
time.
You know what I'm saying? The whole time they was just holding their fucking cocks up. That was crazy, Taylor.
Nah.
That guy needs to do
But
porn.
there's nothing to be jealous of. That's all I was trying to
What
say.
she's trying to say is women don't like that.
Oh, that's what Taylor said. Yeah. That's what Taylor said.
They don't like that. You're right. They hate that.
Do you
women,
believe that?
Women hate big dicks.
If they do, it's nothing against
disgusting.
them, but white women the only ones that would want that.
Wait, you're saying white women want that? But white women have the tightest vaginas outside of Asian women.
But no,
That is not-
I wouldn't even
true.
put a race on it, Taylor.
Yeah, white women got the tightest vaginas outside of Asian women.
No.
I wouldn't put
The
a race
smaller
on
the
it.
dicks, the smaller the vagina. It's got to be equivalent.
Why not?
Great point. I get
So
what
by
Schulz
that
is saying.
logic,
Y'all not listening to what Schulz is saying.
by that logic, though, who got the biggest?
That's true. But listen, I'm gonna tell you something, Taylor. I don't even think it's a race thing. That's an adventurous thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a ride. Like you,
yeah,
that's like bungee jumping.
Yeah.
yeah, like those. Yeah, it's like yeah. I'm trying to think of like those people that like piercings or whatever. Like they're like
Yes,
yeah,
man.
it's like a form of masochism.
That's what I'm saying. Like if
Yeah.
I was like
If they wanna die, then yeah.
if I was a dictator, like like I really wanted to punish somebody,
You have him.
you get that guy.
Yeah.
You got beef with a dude.
Yeah.
Hey. And you let him see it, and then you turn him around. You let him see it walking in.
So if you were the king, you would have like the it's like the guy who hangs the
Guillotine.
people, the guillotine.
Yes, man,
But
the
this
nicotine.
the nicotine.
Yes.
And then they would come in, and then you could go, what do you want? Do you want the guillotine? Do you want to be hung, or do you want that?
No, and I'm gonna say, I think a combination of all three. He's hung.
Whoa.
When you put it in, you're gonna want your head cut off. Right? Yo, what if that could be even crazier?
You're in the machine.
I'm not even joking when I say this dude is like he's like 20 by 6.
It looks like that's what the baby going back in a woman.
That right there might be a dick that weighs about 7 pounds.
No,
8 ounces.
that thing's bigger than a
I
baby.
never seen no shit like that.
That's bigger than a baby.
Saying to put that in, it's like putting a baby coming back.
That dick, no bullshit.
God damn.
That
You know
dick-
what Taylor just said?
That no,
Can you imagine
she's right,
a woman
though.
describing your dick in that way?
But
it
it's
felt
true.
like they was pushing the baby back in. Oh!
But I think
Oh!
I think that would go in and then hit a Yui and then could probably come back out. If it was a small enough vagina, I think it could go in, hit a Yui, come back out. I think that guy.
It's gonna fit though.
That's the kind of that when you put in and the girl goes, if you get it all the way in, you'll see the head where her Thompson
Like
was.
Alien.
Yes, man.
Like the Aliens movie.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
God bless that brother, man. You know what I mean? Why would God do that? like why would God give him that?
There's some empty women out there, man. There's a woman out. Listen, God creates the yin and yang, right? There's an equal and opposite for everything, right? You get poison ivy, the tree right next to it cures the poison ivy. So what that means is if there's a man with that, there's a woman out there.
There's a vagina out there to match that dick.
Remember that movie that just came out, The Gorge?
Yes.
That's the movie. That's what it's about.
Damn.
That's it. There's a woman out there that could fit that 100%.
If she had maybe triplets or something.
The poor guy can't even masturbate without 2 hands. The poor guy got to grease up both palms and do this shit.
Grease.
For real, man.
No, that's crazy.
That shit is crazy.
Imagine getting erect in public like that. And he's just a Hulk. Buttons start flying off your pants. Dude, that guy's a liability.
Boy, you don't want to see him coming in no gray sweatpants.
Oh, my God.
Okay, we just warming up. I'm sorry, guys. We didn't mean to start like this, but Taylor
Nah,
came
hold
in.
on.
Taylor
Hold on.
came in here to try to make us feel better.
Imagine-
You know what Taylor said? She was like, "There's no need to be us jealous of other people's dick size anymore."
And then she showed that
And she
shit.
showed us. She was like, "Nobody wants this."
But imagine circumcising that thing.
Shit.
Oh my God.
You
How
that's
was
a
it?
man.
What do you do with that carpet?
It's a fucking sail. Go build you a sailboat with all that goddamn skin. What is you talking about? Why you swallow like that just now? You see, Alex? What the fuck?
He did gulp.
You see?
He did gulp.
Gulped and adjusted himself.
Al, what's up?
God
Al,
damn.
what's up, man?
This is a lot.
Al, what's up?
It's a lot.
That's the
of dick,
whole
bro.
point of the conversation. It's a lot, Alex. Are you not paying attention? That's how we started the conversation.
Listen, this is how we got to weed out all the people that follow us for political points. For political,
You start with the cock.
you start with the
cock.
TikTok.
That's it.
They all turn it off. They're like, "There's no way this show talks about politics at all." So within 30 seconds of Brilliant Idiots dropping every single week, Twitter is on fire with our political takes like we are actually the foremost political journalists of our time. I guess they are doing the right thing.
Why do you think that is?
You tell me, bro.
I think it's because we're honest.
Yes.
Like we voted for who we voted for, but we're still able to come in here and have objective, nuanced conversations about what's going on in our fucking country.
That is interesting. Like, I wonder if we're one of the biggest platforms that is unbiased. Meaning, like, most platforms of this size or bigger have like a specific political angle. And they just repeat that shit. And the conversations that we have is, you know, majority of them retarded. But every once in a while, interesting talking points when it comes to...
I also think it's because we're willing to change our minds if presented with the right information. Yeah. That's something you never see on any of those networks. Those people on Fox are sticking to their talking points. Yeah. CNN sticking to their talking points. MSNBC sticking to their talking points. But that might change because they had a huge shakeup over there.
Tell me.
I mean, a bunch. They let go of Miss Joy-Ann Reid, but then the day I saw that they got rid of a bunch of people's shows. I don't think they got rid of the talent, but they got rid of a bunch of people's shows.
Got it.
I saw that today. I saw that today. But yeah,
I wonder if it's because the criticism is coming from a place of we would actually like
concern, care. Like you said something last week, and you said something the last couple of weeks. You was like, yo, basically you want Democrats to be back in power.
I cannot wait till it's a tough choice for president because we like both of them. The best thing possible would be if next election the Democrats come forward and Americans are going, oh my God, this is amazing. We love their ideas.
Yeah.
That's the best thing for America. We want people, like, any product is good when there's two companies competing with one another and they're constantly having to make the product a little bit better to beat out the other one. Like, look at, I mean, it's crazy to call it video games, but like, look at the video games, like Xbox and PlayStation. Like, look how good video games got. Because you have these two competing companies competing on graphics. They're trying to get the license rights for the games because they want to keep the audience, etc. That's what we want for politics. That's what we want for anything. Look at the NBA, right? It's like, you say again?
When was the last time it was like that for politics?
That's a good question. I don't know if it's ever. I don't know.
Well, the problem is that
maybe Obama, McCain. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, Obama, don't get me wrong, Obama's a once-in-a-lifetime generational talent.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who did like John McCain.
And there was civility between the two of them. Remember when some guy, one of John McCain's supporters, was trying to shit all over Obama and he like checked him?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Like, that was beautiful. You'd love it to get to a point where there was mutual respect because the ideas weren't so far off.
I think McCain beats anybody who's not Obama.
Yeah, Obama was just a superstar.
That's what I'm saying. And maybe Romney too. A lot of people used to like Mitt Romney as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%.
I was, if you look at what everybody says that they care.
Bush and Clinton, maybe.
Bush and, I don't think so.
Really?
I don't know. I thought that George Bush was respected.
But he was going against Al Gore.
No. But there was something that happened with the first Bush.
Al Gore was Clinton's running mate. I'm talking about
there was something that happened.
Senior.
There was something that happened that caused him to lose that election. I think it was a war. Was it the war?
Well, yeah, they went out to that was the first Gulf War, right?
I think that's what made.
But usually a wartime president wins.
But then also once again you're going up against
a generational
once in a lifetime generational talent.
But at least we're in this position where both candidates seem like America's going to be in a good place.
And I have been doing some research, not research, but just reading a little bit more. And I am convinced that in my 46 years of life, the best president in my 46 years has been Bill Clinton.
Talk that shit.
Bill Clinton has been the best president because if everybody says they care about the economy, there was nobody who was better for the economy than Bill.
He I think we had a surplus during Clinton.
The National Partnership for Reinventing Government. What Elon Musk is saying he wants to do or is attempting to do, Bill Clinton actually did it. He did it, and he did it in a constitutional way that actually had real results.
Go politician, though.
One of the best. I don't understand, truthfully, why any politician, Democrat or Republican, just did not continue to follow the blueprint that Bill Clinton laid in regards to the economy.
I'm not smart enough to know, but
crime bill, though.
Well, there's always going to be things that we can point at.
But that's why I said in particular the economy.
The economy.
I pointed to the economy.
Now, some people would say that like you could trace the financial crisis back to Clinton policies. Have you heard about that?
Well, in regards to manufacturing leaving America, I've heard that. And for his trade policies, I've heard
I
that.
thought it was like the leniency with Wall Street and kind of like letting Wall Street run wild. Again, I don't know if that's a fair criticism. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know enough to know. And it's easy to just look back and go, hey, this was actually their fault, right? Well, the next administration should have done something to change that. Like you could put blame there too. But yeah, in terms of the economy and like having a budget surplus and also like the pride of America, again, I don't know how Republicans felt about Clinton during that time, but I know being a New Yorker, being a Democrat, like it was, we felt cool. It was exciting. Globally, I felt cool. I felt
well, they liked him enough to do bipartisan legislation when they saw that what he was doing in regards to the, what did I just say? The National Partnership for Reinventing the Government. They liked him enough to vote bipartisan legislation on that, but they also wanted to get him the fuck up out of there for getting a little bit of head.
That's a good point.
Which seems so light now.
So light.
I mean, god damn.
Yeah.
When you look at what he did with the economy, did he not deserve to get his dick?
And he got his dick consensually. They weren't even accusing him of doing that shit by force. He got a consensual dick
that people found out about.
That people found out about.
But like, it was the power dynamic, so I understand. I get it. All I'm simply saying
is... married, Joe.
What power dynamic?
He was married.
So True. What?
He was married, Taylor. You're absolutely right.
So what?
No, he was married,
so
and you
what?
should respect your vows. All I'm simply saying is if you get America out of debt, and we have our first surplus since 1969.
You get your dick.
God damn. You
get your dick.
I mean, just if that's what's motivating him and having him coming up with these great ideas.
You're saying, hold on.
For the good of the country.
Let's talk about, we got $3 trillion or whatever, and we're in debt right now. What's the U.S. national debt right now? Let's say it's $3 trillion. It could be way more. You're saying if Donald Trump knocks out $3 trillion of debt, he can't get his dick?
By his wife, sure.
If he does it the right way. That's the thing that's so impressive about Clinton. He did it in a constitutional way. He did it in an American way. When he had Al Gore running that organization of his, he didn't have some foreigner from another country. Okay,
you really harping on this foreigner shit
because it's true. And he was working. Not only did he have Al Gore running it, he worked with federal agents to see what needed to be cut. And then when he went to go make the cuts, he did it with Congress. He did it the right way in a constitutional way. Line up for a dick suck. Line up and let him get his dick sucked.
I mean, he deserves it. I don't even know if Trump wants that shit sucked anymore, bro. My man, 80 years old. He's just trying to balance the budget.
Well, he's doing something else.
So?
Yeah.
What is that? What you about to say? That says bow down. What does that say, Taylor?
Oh.
Got him.
Damn.
Trump knew you was trying to set him up. Got him.
Hold on.
Got your ass. He saw you. He saw you from miles away. He's like, look at this girl trying to set me up. Page removed. Got him. That's Kash Patel right there. Kash is in your laptop right now. Shout out
Kash said, fuck all that Elon Musk shit. You saw that? And Tulsi Gabbard. And Pete Hegseth.
Hey, they know what time it is.
And Mark Rubio.
These are real Americans, yo.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't play around with real Americans.
That's all I'm saying. Respect the Constitution. That's all I'm fucking saying. If you can concede the election, but don't concede the Constitution.
That's disrespectful. Yo.
What is that?
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
What did that say? Scroll up. Monitors at the Department of Housing. Why y'all did that at HUD? See, y'all gonna cause him to... See, now you're gonna start deporting black people. Monitors at the Department of Housing and Urban Development reportedly hacked to show AI video of Donald Trump sucking Elon Musk toes. All right, now he gonna get rid of HUD.
Yeah, you gonna see?
Y'all couldn't do that at any other department.
Go have some fun.
You had to do that shit at HUD. Now, when he get rid of HUD, whose fault is it?
Why he's stroking the foot like that?
That is wild, though. I will say, I will say that this video is crazy. But Elon Musk and Donald Trump are giving record label owner hottest artist vibes. It's like when you saw Birdman standing next to Lil Wayne back in the day, or when you saw Diddy standing next to Biggie back in the day, or when you see like Yo Gotti standing next to Glorilla now. You got the hot artist, which is Trump, but it's clearly. You can see who's in charge here. There's no way Trump likes that, yo. There's no way Trump likes the
you're putting Elon as the executive?
You goddamn right.
Oh.
You know, you can see it when they're together. It's actually kind of strange, honestly. Like even when they're in the Oval Office, the optics, Trump sitting down, Elon standing up, the kid telling Trump shut his mouth.
Yo, Trump don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't think
Trump don't give a... He loves the fact that there's someone else getting all this smoke on the internet. He loves the fact that you and all these other people are talking shit about Elon, not talking shit about him. Yep. And he's just getting deals done however the fuck he wants to get deals done while this dude takes all the smoke. This is like the perfect scenario for this Trump presidency.
Yeah, but you're creating a MAGA civil war. You saw what Steve Bannon said about your boy.
Yo, Steve Bannon need to take his shitty skin and go back into a jail cell and shut the fuck up.
Steve Bannon,
nobody give a fuck about what Steve Bannon says.
Steve Bannon said you fired thousands of federal staff. You're a parasitic illegal immigrant.
Where's Steve Bannon from, yo?
I have no idea.
Yo, look at Steve Bannon's skin. Steve Bannon's skin look like Bible paper. I've never seen someone with shittier skin and that much money. You can put fucking lotion on your skin and you will be fine, Steve Bannon.
I bet if you walked in your building and saw that motherfucker sitting in the lobby, you'd be like, oh, shit.
I would, because I don't have a lobby. I'd be like, this motherfucker made a lobby? How the fuck he make a lobby? Nah, this Marvel villain looking motherfucker, you don't need... I don't like the fact that we're even listening to him talk anymore, but his hair looks great for his age.
If I was Steve Bannon, I would understand why he doesn't like somebody like Elon Musk, because if you work so hard to position a party as the party of the working class, you can't...
You think that's what he worked hard doing?
Steve Bannon?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well... There's a lot of things Steve Bannon did, but
he's just mad he's not in the White House anymore. He's just not. He's not a shot caller. He's just mad that he's not someone that people pay attention to. So he's just trying to rile shit up again. He just wants attention.
You think so?
Yeah. Come on,
man. So what about Tulsi? What about Kash Patel? What about Pete Hegseth? What about Rubio? They said we ignoring fucking Elon's emails. Hey. Like, yo, y'all don't answer to him. Who the fuck is he?
Unless...
Nah, yo, we don't answer to him. Well, he's an elected official.
Well, what does it matter if you're an elected official or not?
Come on. Yes, it does.
Kash Patel's not an elected official.
But he's the head of the FBI.
Yeah, but he's not elected.
But he got sworn in by the Senate. Elon did not.
So you're saying that, and again, I could be wrong about this, but you're saying that if the president hires anybody to look into anything, they're not allowed to do it unless the Senate swears them in?
Yes, if you're going to be over how the federal government spends people's money.
But the amount of people that spend our money that are part of the federal government that we have not sworn in is what's caused all this bloat and bureaucratic bullshit that we're dealing with now.
I don't know anything about that. I'm not even going to sit here and act like that. I do.
I mean, there's all these programs. I do know
that's the problem with Elon Musk.
There's all these programs that they're slashing shit right now, right? Again, I don't even know what they're slashing, but there are all these programs that they have said have gotten a lot of bloat. In other words, that there's a lot more people have hired. They've hired for these certain like interest projects, and these interest projects have been potentially completed, and those people haven't moved on to work on anything else. They're just still there getting paid by our money. We didn't hire them. The Senate didn't hire them. Somebody at that company hired them. So I guess what I'm trying to understand is like,
I don't know how that works. I really don't.
I think it works just like any committee.
When you're USDA, FDA, you're in charge of nuclear weapons. I don't know how that works.
The Senate can't come in and approve every single person that's hired on every single committee. Maybe they could. Maybe it should be done where like the Senate approves like the person that's the head of the committee or something. Maybe that's the pushback. But I guess what I'm trying to say is like if you have nothing to hide and there is no issue, let's look at the books.
No, sure, but it has to be.
Why is that a big deal?
You can't have unchecked, unauthorized power from somebody who's not an elected official.
How about
everything you're saying happened in the 90s. Bill Clinton did it.
So how about this?
And Bill Clinton didn't need congressional approval to put this organization together.
How about this? We let the DOGE or whatever look into all the excess. We have them with transparency share the excess. Upon sharing the excess, we have a congressional committee of elected officials come in and act on the excess.
So do it the right way.
Would that be the right way?
Yes, the way. That's exactly what Bill Clinton did.
I don't know what the constitutional way is.
When Bill Clinton created the National Partnership for Reinventing Government, that's exactly what they did. And it's like this, right? If I wanted to know more about comedy, like say comedy clubs in New York City, who should you talk to? If you want to know how to fix comedy clubs in New York City, make comedy clubs the best, who should you talk to?
Comedy club owners.
And who else?
Comedians?
Yes. That's what Clinton did. He went to go talk to federal workers and people who were in charge of these organizations to see where they could cut waste. Once they figured it all out, then they went to Congress with it. That is the constitutional way to do it.
I'm all about going to Congress with it after you find it, but I'm also totally fine with an outside person checking on all of these different organizations. I'm totally fine with that. Matter of fact, I think it should be an outside source. I think an inside source might be too biased. I think an inside source has these special interest groups in their ear. Like, for example, if we say we can't sit on this podcast right now and say that every senator, every congressman, every president, every whatever is in the pocket of big business, right? And then at the same time go, so let's let them make the decision which part of these organizations we cut and which we don't. If we are right now saying that they're all corrupt and that they're accepting these bribes from these different companies, why could we trust them to make the right decisions in the first place?
Elon Musk?
Well, it doesn't have to be Elon, but I do like the idea that there is a private person outside of government that's at least gaining the information. It doesn't have to be Elon. It could be, name another, John Denver. It doesn't fucking matter what it is. But a private person outside of government that is not beholden to any of these special interest groups, going in, accessing this information, calling out where they think the bloat is or the excess is, and then you could have Congress vote on it.
That's what Clinton did. Other than having somebody from the outside, he used his vice president, but they still cut 380,000 jobs. So it's not like they did not. And you know what else they did? They taxed the motherfucking wealthy. Like when we talk about the surplus that happened in America during that time, it wasn't just the fact that he was cutting all these jobs. They taxed the motherfucking richest among us. Elon, them ain't gonna do that.
Why do we act like we don't get taxed? That's another thing that's crazy. Like
the wealthiest of people in America don't.
Okay, but
we do.
That's the thing. Like, but people think we're the wealthy.
Oh no, we get taxed.
But that's the thing. So and that's why there's a lot of times pushback for people like around. I don't even want to put me in your demographic, but when people make a certain amount of money, you're getting taxed over 50% when you add state tax in, right? And city tax from New York City, right? You're over 50%. When they say the rich don't pay taxes, they're talking about
the wealthiest amongst us.
The people who don't actually like make a living. Like Jeff Bezos' money is in stock. Warren Buffett's money is in stock. All these super rich people's money is in stock. Find a way to clip their ass at 50%. You know who would support that? The rest of us paying 50%.
Clinton had it at...
You have 99.9% of human beings in America support that 100%. The question is, how do you do it?
Yeah, Clinton's tax cuts, I believe, were 34%. That was the number, Chris? Sounds about right. Yeah, Clinton tax cuts were 34% for the wealthiest amongst us.
So check it. If there's this huge wealth gap, and I'm not talking about between me and you and the average person. I'm talking about between the average person and Jeff Bezos, the average person and the billionaire class. If the billionaires aren't getting taxed at all, and the rest of us are getting taxed, and we're getting taxed heavy.
Yes.
We are paying the realistically, we're paying the tax for those billionaires.
That's what my financial advisor tell me that all the fucking time. But you know why? Because they don't pay taxes.
But now listen, nobody, and I totally get it, nobody wants to hear us complain about how much we get taxed.
Well, fuck them.
No.
Sometimes we need some things on this podcast for us. Okay?
Right. But my point is, I'm fine paying into the system. I've never had an issue paying into the system. The frustration comes from when the people that make way more money than us, I'm talking about hundreds of times more money than us, pay almost nothing. And there is unilateral support for that. Yeah, I don't see, like, if you're paying 50% every year, Charlamagne, would you not support, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Would you not support taxation on Jeff Bezos in some way, shape, or form?
Absolutely. Okay, so Clinton, the highest marginal income tax rate was raised from 31 to 39.6% for individuals earning over $250. But he raised corporate taxes. So the new corporate tax rate of 35% was applied to businesses with taxable incomes over $10 million. And the percentage of Social Security benefits subject to taxation increased from 50% to 85% for individuals earning over $34,000 and couples over $44,000. Here's the thing about Clinton, man. We had these conversations last week, and it's true. People will forget what you said, they'll forget what you did, they'll never forget how you made them feel. I remember in the 90s when the hood was booming because of Clinton's economy. I remember this. I remember my father and my uncle them having these conversations about the money's coming through because of Clinton. I also remember when Bush got into office and fucked shit up and the economy was disgusting. And he did what most people do when they fuck up the economy. Here's a little stimmy. $750, Bush bucks. You remember that, Chris?
Sure.
Remember Bush bucks?
I didn't get no Bush bucks.
Nah, we weren't eligible for that shit back then. But listen.
I think a combination of the two, though. Having somebody from outside and working with people in government, because you can't rely on the people in government to clean up government, and we don't trust somebody from outside the government.
But it's happened already, though.
No, but
it has. It is always an outsider. Clinton is
not in the 90s.
Clinton was an outsider.
Oh, you mean, okay, I get what you're saying. So you mean like somebody that wasn't
part of the problem in the first place?
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be the richest guy in the world.
No. Okay. I guess what I'm saying is people are getting so caught up on whether it's Elon or not, right? And I'm sure there's reasons that are justifiable for that, sure. But what it is happening, we don't have to criticize. We should be looking at the books. Like if you run a business, Chris, you run a business, Alex, you run a business. Don't you want to look at the books and see which studios are profitable, which are not, find out if there's some excess? Hey, maybe there's somebody that you're paying and that person isn't even managing any of the pods. Yeah. You look at that and you go, hey, why were you accepting money? You weren't doing any of the pods. Like,
yeah,
and I'm a bad example, but yes.
but
yes.
Why you think? I'm just asking Chris. Why you think that's a bad example?
No. He's saying he's a bad example.
I'm bad at that stuff.
Me too. I'm bad at that shit too.
But then would I want to hire somebody who knows nothing about my business to come in and try to make changes and cut costs and fire people? No, I think it would be best if you have me who knows my business and somebody from outside who's a clear.
I guess it would be beneficial for all of us if there was unanimous bipartisan support for looking at government excess spending and reducing and trying to look at effective, smart ways to reduce this insane debt that will cripple us in the future.
Yeah,
right?
I think we all agree on that.
But I feel like there's not enough. I feel like there's not enough messaging, and everybody's getting so caught up into Elon and he's the richest guy and why is he doing it? Okay.
But he is.
It's unconstitutional.
Okay. My point is,
you're an American, Schulz. You did a special called Schulz Saves America.
Yes.
You put your American flag on like a robe.
I love America.
You wear your American glasses, your shades, you wave your flag.
I love America.
You cannot be a patriot and be okay with a foreigner doing what he's doing.
But my mom is a foreigner. I love foreigners. I think foreigners are what make America great.
Hold on. A wise man once said on this podcast,
Yep.
Why should Trevor Noah get to talk about American podcasts? Why should Mehdi Hassan get to pay?
Lil Wayne's lighter spark.
Not just Trevor, but also John Oliver. And I said a specific nuanced take about that.
Okay, give it to me.
Same thing. Well, with Mehdi, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know what the deal is with him exactly. But
definitely not born in America.
My point is, if you're not from America, and you are going to have a very partisan take on America, right, where Alabama becomes one of your punchlines, where Missouri becomes one of your punchlines, without actually spending time here, knowing those places, and then telling us Americans how we should feel about them without ever living there or really understanding those people, I have an issue with it. I say, personally, I would feel uncomfortable going to South Africa and having the news show about South Africa without really spending some time in half of the country, which I'm shitting on, which is what I see these people doing. I would feel uncomfortable about it for whatever reasons. Americans, we love it when foreigners go do it. I don't know why that is, but to me, I would feel uncomfortable doing that.
To your point, though, I don't want to keep saying foreigner. And
I don't think Elon. Real quick.
Okay.
I don't
would
think
you feel comfortable redoing the South African government?
Would I feel comfortable redoing?
You're saying I wouldn't go there and talk about this tribal area versus this precinct. I don't know that stuff. It's not really for me to speak on. That's an internal conversation, essentially.
Yeah. You're speaking on American culture.
Fair.
And as a reflection of politics without truly getting an understanding of like what makes us tick.
So you're saying this is different because it's not cultural, it's numbers?
It's like those people getting fired are Republican and Democrat. Those people, those businesses are Republican and Democrat.
Absolutely.
Those services affect both.
It affects us as Americans.
So if an American consultant, which happens all the time, not only American consultants, British consultants, they go to the Middle East, right? And they're hired to consult on the various business endeavors that they're doing. They're doing it blindly. They're looking at the investments and they're not going, well, let's invest in some conservative shit or some democratic shit. They're just going, what is the best for this business? What is the best for this country? I don't see a problem with that as long as you're doing it blindly. If they were specifically targeting one political demographic, if Elon is specifically targeting one political demographic with this, then I'd start to go, whoa, this isn't a good idea here. But as far as I'm understanding, it's agnostic.
But they're not McKinsey, they're not Deloitte, right? Like, they're not these companies that he's not, is what I'm saying.
Do we know that?
He's got the biggest vested interest in all of this.
Yes. Let's not get lost in the weeds.
Which is concerning.
I want to get back to that, but let's just stay where we. This is the biggest issue with Elon. It's just unconstitutional. Like, forget everything else. Forget the foreigner. It's just unconstitutional.
What makes it unconstitutional?
There's this thing called, I'm glad you asked, there's this thing called the Appointments Clause. And they say it's an Appointments Clause violation because it mandates that principal officers of the U.S. must be appointed by the president and confirmed by the Senate. Musk, serving as a senior advisor to President Trump and overseeing DOGE, has been exercising substantial authority without Senate confirmation. This has led to legal challenges from 14 state attorney generals who argue that Musk's role and actions violate the Appointments Clause. They seek to prevent him from issuing directives to executive branch officials and to invalidate his previous actions, which is why Kash Patel and Tulsi Gabbard and Pete Hegseth and Mark Rubio said, fuck that email. Yeah, y'all, we not answering to that shit.
I like that email.
You see them trying to get in front of that, though, by saying, oh, Elon's not an employee of DOGE. Elon's not connected to DOGE.
Come on. So now you're playing in our face again. Yeah. And you know what else I didn't like Elon said yesterday? Elon goes, I just wanted to see who had a pulse. Like, yo, we're talking about people who are literally in charge of our national security, who are literally in charge of how we just stay safe here in America. Why are you playing with these people on a weekend?
So this is the way that we should frame this conversation. We should say what we like about what's happening.
I like what DOGE is in theory. Chris, you said that months ago.
Let's start here. What do we all appreciate about the idea of DOGE?
Government efficiency.
Government efficiency. And
we've seen it work. We've seen it work before. When it's done right, it can work. Okay. Bill Clinton did it.
Okay, and then Chris, you're probably the biggest critic here of this, and I'm not like setting you up for anything. Oh, sure. Is there anything about DOGE that you appreciate or you look?
Sure. There's a lot of waste in the government. I don't think anybody's denying that.
Yeah.
I would say if you're really serious about trimming fat in the government, you start in the Pentagon and the military. I don't think putting, I can't even remember the guy's name in charge, signals that you're really serious about that.
Bongino or whatever?
No, the other dude, the guy who's not drinking on the job.
Hegseth?
Yeah.
Hegseth.
Yeah, Hegseth. So, look, and I know they've signaled that they're going to go look at that, but that's where the fat is.
Yeah.
All this, the park rangers, all the other little stuff they're looking at, it's not even nickels and dimes, it's pennies compared.
What are park rangers supposed to do?
So, if he starts chopping up the military, and not just chopping up, he might go into the military and reroute a lot of those contracts to SpaceX associated.
Already doing, he's doing that with the FAA?
That's what I'm very concerned about.
Okay, again.
Even the USAID that he's going after, they make up 1% of the federal government.
This is why these conversations fall apart. I didn't ask what he's doing wrong or what they're doing wrong.
Are you asking me theoretically?
Theoretically.
Sure.
What do we like about a government agency that looks into efficiency in government spending, which is our money, in the spending of our money that we pay in taxes? What do we support about that? Let's start with what we support about it.
That's what we support.
You told me you like what you support. You like the fact that there is an agency or some body that's looking into government spending, and there could be a bunch of excess there. And by reducing that excess, it might make life a little bit easier for all Americans.
And the fact we've seen it work. We saw it work with Bill Clinton. It's been proven if it's done right and constitutionally.
I like that they're going line by line and pointing things out. That's
what
like,
they're not doing.
Wait, hold on.
They're doing in certain aspects where they're like, wait, why are we sending this much money to this for that? Like some transparency, because a lot of times we're like, yo, where do our tax money dollars go?
That's what we say all the time.
So it's like, I like the fact that they're trying to be transparent. How transparent are they being? We don't know, but I'm just saying at least they're attempting.
I can't remember.
But that's
her name.
nice, at least, right? It's feeling like, okay, if I pay $100 in taxes a year, if I know 78 of those dollars goes to a random like military plane that we no longer use in war anymore because now everything's drones, we can go, okay, well, maybe we could take that 78, spend 30 of it on drones, and then you could kick back 48 to me. That'd be really nice. Or put it into some other programs. Like, so we like the transparency. Everybody's kind of on the same page with that?
Yes. And what's the...
Chris is hesitant. You don't want to know what we're spending money on?
Theoretically.
So
what do you mean,
theoretically,
Chris?
you do or you don't?
I do.
Okay. So theoretically, we at least like that. I feel like if we could come from a place where we go, there's government excess, we can reduce some spending, we can hopefully do it in a way that impacts like everyday people's lives minimally. There are going to be some people that might lose their jobs, as will happen at Amazon, as what happened at Pepsi, as what happened at Coca-Cola, as what happens at the MTA.
Over 300,000 workers did it under Clinton. Over 300,000 workers, 300,000 federal workers lost their job under Clinton.
So that will happen, as what happens with any company in the world. That unfortunately is what happens, right? There might be situations where more people get hired, where we realize after looking into it, whoa, we're severely understaffed over here, and this is way overstaffed. Maybe we can shift some of those people over. I don't know. But a look into it, we agree. So baseline, we could have Elon go look into every single thing without changing anything, report back and go, hey, here is where extreme excess is. Why don't we have the Senate pass some bill to reduce that excess? Is that a fair way of looking at it, where you know you have bipartisan support in the Senate looking at these changes, and we have a submission, an example, if you will, of how they would do it?
You're right, but you know who did that? Bill Clinton.
All I'm trying to say is, if we frame it in a way where the issue isn't some immigrant from South Africa or wherever you called him is doing it, but rather somebody is pointing it out, we get that transparency that clearly America needs so we can have faith in our institutions again. We have no faith in our institutions.
You can't wipe your ass with the Constitution.
I agree, but we need to get to a point where we have faith in our institutions again, and you don't do that by just gaslighting the American people.
But you don't do it by having Elon Musk do what he's currently doing.
What he's doing is nuts.
Guys, I'm not saying anything gets executed. I'm saying a suggestion of where fat could be trimmed is then go.
Keyword is suggestion.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I don't agree with Trump. We know this, but if he says, I want to deputize Elon Musk to investigate this, come back with his findings.
That's better word.
And then put it through Congress.
That's all
I'm not going to probably agree with it, but that's how the process is.
That's what Clinton did.
Real quick.
But here's what's troubling about it. Trump could do that. And whatever, and he's not, because whatever Elon came back with, he controls Congress. He could run it through Congress and get what he wants. So the fact that he's not taking that step,
control of all three branches of government.
Bad. It's very bad.
So now what we've done is we've isolated the criticism that has bipartisan support. Before, when we're just screaming epitaphs at random people, the conversation completely melts and falls apart, and the people on the right just go, fuck these crazy libs, and the people on the left just go, these motherfuckers are tyrants, and then it's over. Right now, we have bipartisan support. We have liberals and conservatives in the same room going, we need to look at government, and we all agree in this room that it shouldn't just be this sweeping, like a brushstroke that just knocks everything out without some people that are experts in these fields looking at it and making their decision. So, like you said, if he deputizes Musk or someone else, it could be someone else. Right. I don't really give a fuck who it is. If he deputizes that person, they go look into it. They reveal their findings to the American people as well, by the way. And then that gets passed in Congress. Now,
who did that?
Oh my God. Okay. What I love about this is what I love about this. The American people know what the excess is now, right? It goes to the vote in Congress. Now, all those senators and congressmen that vote against it are signaling to their people, hey, I'm okay with this government excess and you spending your tax dollars on things that these independent investigators have said aren't really benefiting the American people. Now you get to decide on your senator or congressman next election. You're going to go, I don't think that motherfucker got the best interest.
And that's why
best interest.
And that's why Bill Clinton had bipartisan support for what he was doing.
So what I'm saying is, as you've suggested, there is a way to do it. But unfortunately, we get caught up in this bickering and then nobody even pays attention. It would be great if we just took that support, we reinstate some faith in government once again, and we do it through the Constitution, which is elected officials that we've elected, reviewing these findings and executing that.
And that's why it's so interesting what Elon Musk did, because Elon Musk raised his hand and volunteered this information and said, what I'm doing is what Bill Clinton did in the 90s.
But Bill Clinton was elected.
Yes, and then when you actually go read, you're like, no, actually, this is what we want you to do. You're not doing it. Elaine Carmack, who worked for Bill Clinton back then, this is what she said. The Reinventing Government program cut nearly 500,000 federal jobs and dispensed with a massive number of regulations. But according to the woman who ran the program under the Clinton administration, any similarities between that program and DOGE in there, this is what she says. We cut fat and they cut muscle. It's as simple as that. We didn't have any meltdowns of agencies. We didn't have any dysfunction going on, and we obeyed the law. When we thought something was wrong, we sent it to Congress and asked them to change it. That's it.
But here, right now, what you're saying, I think everybody in the room agrees. Yeah. So why don't we all go, hey, let's give them the bone, right? Let's go, hey, Elon, you do it. You do DOGE, you can send those investigators out, and you know what? We're not going to block that investigation. We're going to open those books to you. We're not going to block it just because it's some bipartisan bullshit. We're going to open the books.
Wait, can I just blocking it because it's you, Elon Musk.
No, but
you don't have the authority to do this.
You're not listening.
If there's any elected official that has the authority to do this from the president and the Senate, let's get it done.
You're not listening. I'm saying the president should be allowed to, as you said, deputize a private investigation. If he wants to choose Elon, that's fine. What I'm saying is before anything that he suggests gets executed, it has to get passed through Congress. Do we think that's fair? I think that's really fair.
That's fair. Deputize fucking Mitt Romney or somebody.
Yeah. You cannot make change from inside. Chris.
Then find somebody who's not the richest man in the world.
Clinton did.
It's pretty easy to find someone who's not the richest man in the world.
So now you got a boner with Elon, and just because it's Elon, you're gonna have an issue with it. What I'm saying is get over that shit.
I can't get over that.
By the way, Schulz,
nothing can happen.
You would be correct if we haven't seen him fuck up in 2 weeks.
I can't imagine what it's like being in Congress where you just got to do this. We only got to do this once a week, and I'm just exhausted.
But listen, you're acting like we haven't seen him already fuck shit up.
No, he disqualified himself.
I'm giving you a separate hypothetical. I'm not talking about what's happening now, and I'm not defending what's happening now. I'm trying to create a separate hypothetical.
I'm giving you a pretty low bar. Just don't bring me the richest guy in the entire fucking world to do this.
I don't
bring me the 50th richest guy in the world.
God damn. But I don't think that being the richest guy in the world, what is the word I'm looking for? Precludes you
from.
Does. What is it?
Disqualifies.
I don't think that disqualifies you from doing the job.
Yes,
you believe it does because you think that he is incentivized by it. And there's a great argument for that. There are tons of great arguments. I saw Jon Stewart saying something about like how Elon spent $270 million in the election, but he's made $2 billion. So now you know.
Oh, no, more than that.
Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah. The point that I'm trying to say is now you know how much money you can get back.
Yeah.
Not it costs, how much you can get back from that investment. Now,
great ROI for Elon.
Sure.
Great
I don't
ROI.
think that Elon is motivated by money when he's already the richest man in the world.
No.
But it doesn't matter. My point being, I'm down with Elon, regardless, even if he's the richest guy in the world, looking into all the shit. But once you do the findings and you share with the American people, you have to go through the constitutional system that we have. That is the American way.
Well,
is that fair? Can we just all agree on that?
To your
That
point?
is fair, but that's not happening.
That's not happening.
So that's what so let's give pushback on that and not get hung up. No, he's going, I don't want the richest guy in the world to.
I don't want the fox telling me how the hen house is set up. Find a fucking chicken or a hen to do that.
But chickens can't set the shit up right. That's
why you got
a house.
Listen, get a dog.
Listen, I understand what both of y'all are saying.
I want the fox.
But this is why the conversation.
I want the fox.
Yeah, all those chickens need to come out on that.
I understand what both of y'all are saying, but this is why the conversation should be about why this is unconstitutional, why this is against the law. Period.
I actually,
do you believe in the Constitution or not?
Do you know who you're talking to?
That's my point. So if you believe in the Constitution, you have to say this is unconstitutional.
What am I suggesting? What I'm suggesting is we remove the execution of the findings.
Your hypothetical is on
That's
point.
all I'm saying.
But we're talking about what's actually happening.
I know, but what I'm saying is if we make the conversation about the execution, not about him just going to look into it, then you get this unanimous support where you go, I don't know if we got one guy in the private sector that's just allowed to, with the swipe of the pen, fire hundreds of thousands of people.
Let's go, Kash Patel. Let's go, Tulsi Gabbard. Okay?
They
pushing back.
That's family.
They pushing back.
Shout out India. Shout out India.
Steve Bannon pushing back.
Whoa. Right? Steve Bannon.
They pushing back.
I don't know if you want Steve Bannon's your homie, bro.
Government officials that believe in the Constitution are pushing back. That's all I'm saying. Government efficiency is a great thing. We saw it work in the 90s. It can work again. It just needs to be done constitutionally.
I want it done by the richest motherfucker.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Because he got the most efficiency.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I want somebody appointed by the president, confirmed by the Senate.
All right, so you want AOC, whose experience in business is working as a bartender, to go in and run the government?
Well, check it out.
Why are you doing that?
No, time out.
I don't want that. I want somebody
Time
who
out, time
understands how to run billion-dollar and trillion-dollar corporations to go in and see what the excess is.
I want a combination.
We're missing one key point that Clinton did that also Elon's not doing. He went to go talk to federal agents and workers. He worked hand in hand with them to see where the waste was. Fuck what he thought. Let's go talk to the workers at these different places and these different organizations.
I agree
and
with
see
that.
where the waste was. That's my point. So AOC could do that.
No, what I'm saying is I agree with that after. So what I would love to do is see the findings, and then I want someone like AOC to go investigate those relationships. And I want to look into, you can get McKinsey or whatever the other consulting firms to come in and you can look at those findings and see where that excess is. It might not be excess when we actually do the deeper dive, but you need an outsider come and shake some shit up. It doesn't have to be Elon. You could pick the 50th, you could pick the 100th, you could pick whoever the fuck you want, but this does need to happen.
Yes.
Yes.
It does need to happen.
Nobody's debating
And
that.
we all agree that it can happen in a more constitutional way, but I'm not against deputizing a private citizen to come in and look into this shit, open the books and be like, yo, this is crazy over here.
Yep.
Let's change it up because we do need a change.
I have no problem. I have no problem with somebody from the outside coming in if they're actually working hand in hand with federal agents and workers already in the system.
See, yes, but I don't think that's what this is only about. I think this is about scaring people. I think this is about intimidating people. I think it's about keeping them off balance, worried about their jobs, worried about speaking, because that's why there's been this flurry. That's why there are the emails and you have to do this or you lose your job by 5 o'clock tonight. It's an intimidation game. And it's not a, level, thoughtful approach at this.
No, especially when you're getting rid of people, when you're getting rid of nuclear workers who oversee the nuclear stockpile and then realizing, oh, I need those people, and then wanting to hire them back. Not when you're getting rid of people that work at the USDA who are trying to contain bird flu and you just fucking fire them and you be like, oh, no, we need those people.
This is sending a message. Stick your fucking head out. It's going to get chopped off.
So you think that this is, he thinks it's like a political fear tactic, which is essentially if you give pushback to us and this administration as we try to make changes, we're going to use this DOGE company to essentially fire the people that get in our way. I think that's the most...
why do that at the expense of the national security of the country?
No. I think that they obviously don't feel that it is at the expense of the national security of the country. I think that is a rather pessimistic view of it, but... I have to absorb that view if I want to have a more holistic understanding of this. I can't just write you off.
Thank you.
I have to take that in and go, ooh, I have to consider. I have to take in the fact that maybe some of these government deals could go to some of Elon's corporations and he could benefit from this. I have to look at all that. What if Elon was to come in and he'd say, I want to do this DOGE thing, but as part of our efficiency project, none of these programs can be transferred into any companies that I own.
That would seem like the first thing to say.
Would you have more faith in it?
Yeah, but that should be the first thing to say.
Again, now we're mincing like...
Can I say one other thing? Because you said something true, too. You said, Schulz said something true. He said, if you go looking and somebody says, well, I don't want you to look here, you're going to be suspicious. Is it not suspicious to go in and cut all of these companies and organizations that are investigating your shit, Elon?
Listen, 100% suspicious.
Yeah.
And if you're using it as a hammer and not a broom, the idea is to clean, right? You clean with a broom. Right. You don't clean with a hammer. So if you were using as a hammer or a weapon to protect you in some way, now you know what's going to happen? We're going to lose faith in that government institution if that's what DOGE is. Right. What we need right now is faith in America. Americans are disillusioned. We don't trust the fucking vaccines. We don't trust the medical industry. We don't trust the government. We don't trust anything at this point. We don't trust the government, what's it called? When they do a deal just for like a building project, whatever that is.
Trade deals? What do you mean?
Not even trade deals. When you do like
contract,
bridges,
contract.
Infrastructure. We don't trust an infrastructure deal. We don't trust anything, okay? That is a problem, and I think the way you gain trust is by transparency. You are brutally open and honest, and we got to look at the ugly shit that's going on. We got to take that shit on the chin, and we got to move past it. What we've been doing for the last fucking 20 years is we've been peeing on ourselves, and when we pee, it's warm. The second you run out of pee, it gets cold and smelly and uncomfortable.
That's why I don't understand why every president after Bill Clinton just didn't do what he did. And one thing that Bill Clinton did, and I keep stressing this in this conversation, employee led reform. He went to those federal workers and asked them what needs to be done. That's why these motherfuckers love Bill. That's why, man, let that man get his dick sucked. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the shit you hear about Bill over there, like, hey, that man made our lives better.
I like this.
I agree with that, but also think about if you're going into a company and you're trying to ask that company or the workers there, like, oh, what cuts do we need to make around here? They're going to be less likely to tell you everything that needs to be cut because they want to keep their jobs, they want to keep their funding. So it's like, it's really hard.
You get paid to do nothing? You're not going to tell Bill Clinton, yo, by the way, I'm doing jack shit. You should probably fire me.
Well, I understand what y'all saying, and that would make sense. But if you fire over 250,000 federal employees and you actually have a surplus every year in America because of what you've done, clearly it worked.
True.
Clearly they got rid of the right motherfuckers.
But he also had the dot-com
But those people
boom.
were hurt.
That helped a lot.
Were they hurt? Not if they're wasting fucking our money.
No, those people were hurt. We might not have been hurt, but those people who lost their jobs are obviously hurt.
Sure. It's never good when people
The point
lose their
is,
jobs.
we need reform. You don't like the way that they're going about it, and there are things that we can unanimously support that we change about the DOGE methodology, but we need some DOGE. I think we all agree on that.
And by the way, Elon started this conversation.
I'm worried about Elon. I want to say that. I think Trump is setting him up. I think Trump's setting this guy up.
What did I edit out the podcast 3 weeks ago? I
think this is a setup.
A mile away. This guy.
Elon, run.
Yes.
Run, Elon.
I'm not even joking.
Now. Don't pack a bag.
You're rich as fuck. This shit
Grab
ain't
your go
worth it.
bag. Go.
What he doing ain't worth it. Listen, when people
setting him up for what?
When people say things to me and they be like, "Yo, Donald Trump really cares about this country," that's the only reason he's doing it. I can believe that coming from him. Elon ain't got no reason to be doing what he's doing. None.
Why?
Whatsoever.
He's got the most to gain from America being successful.
Ron Elon.
He don't want to go back to
Ron Elon.
If you pissing off
his America thriving helps him thrive.
Yeah.
It helps him get to Mars or whatever the hell he wants to do. If America is in a tough financial situation, you know the first thing to get clipped? The rocket ship to Mars.
But why become the most hated man in America?
He don't care.
He don't care. He's the richest man.
Some of these guys don't care. You have to understand.
Damn.
Charlamagne, how long have you been dealing with hate? You get numb to that shit. You don't give a fuck. He's like, listen, they can hate me, but all these people that hate me own Tesla stock. So how much you hate me?
It's different. It's different when some.
You know what I mean? Like, how much you hate me if all of y'all drive a Tesla? How much you hate me if you all invested in SpaceX?
I agree
how much y'all hate me if you're all on X? So it's like, you hate me because your friends retweet you when you say shit about me. But at the end of the day, when you got to put some money into the stock market so your kids go to college, you're going to put it in my fucking company. So shut up.
I'm going to be honest with you. I can't describe how.
I know what's going to happen.
I want to hear your theory, Chris, because I can't describe
Elon's going to wake up one morning, look in his ring. You know who's going to be standing out on the front porch?
The FBI?
Kash Patel.
That's right, baby.
Kash Patel.
Cash. What's up, man?
What's up?
How you, man? You good?
You overstepped. You overstepped, Elon.
You good? And you know he never liked Elon. They pulling up old podcast shit where he always was going after Elon.
Ron Elon.
You said in May of 2023, this is important to all of us because Elon Musk is playing such a major role in the government right now. You said Elon Musk cares about two things, your data and his money. Do you still stand by those words?
I don't have that entire quote, but that's what it says.
It was in you were angry because of an endorsement of Governor DeSantis in Florida, and so you were defending Donald Trump, and so you criticized Elon Musk, and that was the context for it. And you said Elon Musk cares about two things, your data and his money. And it matters to us because he's playing such a major role in the government. And so I just wonder if you think that's true.
I don't have that full quote in front of me to respond.
All right. Thank you.
Where's he going to
So
run?
then what, when he
Take
gets...
that rocket.
And by the way, hold on, Chris.
Cash can't get you up there.
Chris, and we're going to bleep this. You know what we're going to do? We're going to bleep it, and when it happens in the future, we're going to unbleep it. What did I edit out? I said he going to go back and listen to it. That's what's going to happen. Cash has already signaled for it. When I saw Cash put that statement out, and then Tulsi followed him, and then Mark Rubio and Hegseth, I said, oh, Elon done stepped in it now.
But then after that...
Elon done stepped in it now.
Trump's in the best position, man. He could take credit for all Elon's wins and blame Elon for all.
How many seats do those rockets have?
It's beautiful,
Bro, there's a great
He got,
line.
11
There's a
kids?
great line in Game of Thrones. And it's when Littlefinger is saying to Cersei, he goes, There's one thing I learned my whole life or something like that is that knowledge is power. And then Cersei walks up to him, and Cersei got her guards, and she goes, guards, apprehend him. Take a knife, put it to his throat, and slit his throat. And they go up, and they're about to slit his throat, and she goes, guards, stop. Step back 2 feet. Step back 4 feet. And then she goes, power is power.
Damn.
That's what Kash, Tulsi, and Hegseth are reminding Elon.
And I like that.
Money is not power.
I like that.
Money can influence power, but at the end of the day, power is power.
And you know how else you know that?
And those people have power.
Schulz is absolutely right. And I'll tell you another reason you know that. You know that because when you look at Donald Trump and you know the executive order he signed for the FCC, right? Where he's like, basically he doesn't want the FCC to operate as an independent agency. He wants to be the checks and balances for it. That right there is, he grabbing the media by the because you can have a TV station, you can have a radio station, but guess what? You could be the richest people in the world that own these platforms, but guess what you need to operate? FCC fucking license.
Yep.
So it don't matter what you own or what money you have. If that man threatens you and says, hey, we're not going to renew your license or we're going to pull your license, guess what you're going to do? Get in motherfucking line.
Now, here's the thing. What sitting politicians need to do right now is they need to have honest reflection. If the American people have become so disillusioned in our politicians that we're willing to let the richest guy on the planet that's not even from here come in and do sweeping firings of all the government agencies, that's not a reflection on him. That's a reflection of you guys in power and how disillusioned we have become and how untrustworthy we are, or how untrustworthy you are. We've lost faith in you guys and your ability to command our government spending. So now we're willing to let this stranger come in and just start firing people willy-nilly. You have to reinstill our faith. You don't do that by going, rich, bad guy, rich. Well, poor politicians, also bad. So who the fuck can we trust?
You're right, but to that point, there are
y'all got to do better. Why are you waiting for this guy to come in and fire some people or reorganize some shit? Why aren't you guys doing this? Why isn't there a committee every single year? Why the fuck haven't we audited the Pentagon once?
I go back to what I said earlier. I don't know why every single president in the history of America after Clinton just did not continue to follow that blueprint.
Well, maybe because there are some companies out there that are telling them that's not what you're supposed to do for the next 4 years.
Well, you're absolutely right.
So sometimes money is power.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's interesting, though, because I watch how Jeff Bezos, I watch how Zuckerberg, I watch how all of them bow down to Trump.
Because power is power.
Power is fucking power, baby. That's a fucking fact. All right. That's the brand of this political talk for today.
Got him.
Yeah, let's pay some bills and we come back and get to some bullshit.
Guys, this episode has been brought to you by Talkspace, the leading virtual therapy provider. You don't even need to call it virtual therapy. This is how all therapy is right now. I remember when Talkspace first started working with us, it was like weird to do a Zoom call with your therapist. That's the only therapy that exists now, okay? Anytime I'm talking with therapists, it's on Zoom. Nobody wants to go to their stuffy-ass little office with their shitty art on the wall. Let's stop playing around. You do it from the comfort of your own home. You talk that shit, you get it off your chest, and you heal, okay? Talkspace right now, ahead of the curve, okay? Therapy and psychiatry are covered by many insurance plans and employers. Most insured members have a $0 copay. You can easily sign up online, get paired with a licensed provider that's the right fit for your needs, typically within 48 hours, okay? You can also switch providers at no cost. You can even talk between sessions by sending messages to your therapist. Talkspace provides personalized treatment for individuals, couples, the LGBTQIA plus community, veterans, and teens. And as a listener of this podcast, you're going to get $80 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/idiots. Enter the promo code SPACE80 to match with a licensed therapist today. Go to Talkspace.com/idiots and enter the promo code SPACE80 to get $80 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's Talkspace.com/idiots, promo code SPACE80. Now, let's get back to the show.
Yo, you see this, baby? You know what these CBD gummies are called? Cornbread hemp, okay? Man, let me tell you something about CBD. I am a person that enjoys THC, but just on the weekends. When I'm having problems sleeping at night, CBD gummies do the trick, okay? It's like, I was about to say it's like melatonin for kids, right? Which it kind of is, you know what I mean? Salute the cornbread. If you've been looking for a natural way to relieve aches and discomfort after a workout, perfect. The CBD gummies from Cornbread Hemp are formulated to work with your body, not against it. That's another thing I like to do, man. After a good workout, you pop one of these Cornbread Hemps and go lay up under that sauna blanket. Oh my God. Have you been looking for a natural way to relieve your aches and discomfort? I just told you how to do it. The CBD gummies from Cornbread Hemp are formulated to work with your body, not against it. Cornbread Hemp CBD gummies are made to help you feel better, whether it's stress, discomfort, or just needing a little relaxation. They only use the best part of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest and most potent CBD. All products are third-party lab tested and USDA organic to ensure safety and purity. Right now, Brilliant Idiots listeners can save 30% on their first order. Just go to cornbreadhemp.com/idiots and use code idiots at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/idiots. With code idiot, get 30% off your first order. Now let's get back to the show. We got these church announcements. Hezekiah Walker.
You already know, March 4th.
Yeah.
Tuesday, March 4th.
Yeah.
Life is on Netflix. We're watching as a family, man. I want everybody to tune it in. Put that shit on from the morning to the night. Have it going the entire day. Let's run this fucking thing up, man.
I can't
Let's set some
motherfucking
records.
wait. March 4th, The Life. I believe Andrew Schulz is going to win an Emmy.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I just think it's very, very personal. I was very confused earlier because when you posted the goddamn promo and I reposted it, this is what popped up on my motherfucking feed. This shit said, low sperm count awareness and comedy special about infertility.
Pretty good. AI is pretty good.
But why?
Well, I think
how?
some of the lines in the promo are about that.
Yeah.
He's watched the whole thing with
I
me,
did,
too.
but I didn't think that that's what you would get from, like, why
AI
would
is
they
listening
recommend
to
me
it.
just that?
AI is listening,
Out of all
bro.
of that shit him and Matt Damon was talking about?
Because the AI doesn't know it's a joke.
So
It
they
just
think it's
thinks
real.
This is just a talk about.
They didn't say anything about single fathers. He was in there by himself, no woman. You know what I mean? With the baby. He was like, single father talks to Martian. They ain't say nothing.
They didn't say it. It wasn't any of the dialogue.
The AI is not good enough. That's the thing.
Pretty much.
One day they're going to be.
Well,
they're going to know.
The Life, baby. March 4th, man. What's that, next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday.
I
man.
can't fucking wait.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, we got to run it up. Brilliant Idiots. Run it the fuck up. Let's go.
Wait. No, I mean, I can't wait just because I like to see. Here's the thing, man. When people, when people can't stop your momentum, the only thing they can do is hate on it. So that's going to be the best part. The best part is watching all of these motherfuckers sit around and make all these YouTube videos, and then it's gonna be motherfuckers debating and arguing, and that's what's gonna make it great. You realize that's what makes everything great nowadays. It's just the conversation that something starts.
That's why you gotta let people talk.
Let people talk. Like, you can't win everybody over.
can't.
And by the way, everybody don't hate you. Most of the motherfuckers that actually like you and support you aren't on social media.
Exactly.
But the ones that are, they gonna go hard.
Oh, let them.
They
Let them.
gonna go
And we appreciate it.
hard.
We appreciate it.
And they really can't shit on you because you're shitting on yourself the whole special. You know what I'm saying?
They find a way. I mean, that's the way they make money, man. They make money criticizing art.
Yeah, that's true. I call it it's a social media economy of engagement through enragement.
Yes, engagement through enragement.
That's what they do.
100%.
That's what they do.
That's it. But you got to let people talk, man. And you got to, and at least for me, the way I look at it is like, I see the people when they come to the shows, and I can hope that they have those that incredible experience that they remember. That's all that
to
matters
argue with
to me.
somebody when you just sold out an arena.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay, I respect you for having your opinion, but there's 15,000 people here that think I'm funny, so fuck you.
Exactly.
Seriously, that's how you got to look at things.
Yeah.
Listen, I want y'all to put the graphics up. Of course, you're going to put the graphics up for The Life, but put the graphics up. Tamika Mallory book, I Live to Tell the Story, is in bookstores now. Anita Kopac's The Wind on Her Tongue is in bookstores now. My book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing through Simon & Schuster, has a lot of different books out, but those are the two books that came out this year. And we have another book that is releasing in May 20th, to be exact. It is from the icon living, the legend who has shaped culture and broke so many barriers, the coach of the University of South Carolina women's basketball team, Dawn Staley. Her book will be out, Uncommon Favor, on March on May 20th, 2025, man. Uncommon Favor, basketball, North Philly, my mother, and the life lessons I learned from all three. Let me tell you something. We announced Don Staley's book on Friday. She's already a #1 bestseller. The audio version is already a #3 bestseller. And the book doesn't come out until May 20th, 2025, man, because, Don Staley is one of those people who has literally redefined greatness in real time. Yeah. Like, I personally believe that when we look back and we look at, the research, I don't want to say resurgence, because women's basketball has always been there, but how women's basketball just surged in our era, you're going to look back to when Don Staley became the coach of the University of South Carolina in 2008, when she was able to, keep Asia Wilson home in South Carolina, and now she's built that dynasty down there at my wife's alma mater, the University of South Carolina. Through that whole time, you saw the Caitlins come to college, and the Angel Reeses, all of those people. But when you look at who I personally believe, and I'm only just being very self-serving here, when I really started paying attention to women's basketball was because Don Staley becoming the coach of the University of South Carolina in 2008. And also because my wife was a cheerleader, so I used to always watch all the Gamecocks sports anyway.
Are the girls the Gamecocks too?
Yes. Let it go. Let it fly. Just let it fly.
There's nothing to let fly.
There's something that I see it.
There's nothing at all. I just want to know if they had the same mascot.
Yes, it's Cocky. He's a chicken. He's a bird. His
name is Cocky.
His name is Cocky.
Got it.
Yeah. So shout out to Cocky.
So it's okay. University of South Carolina Gamecocks.
That's
female.
Right.
Got it. Well, I mean, a cock is. It is weird that a is a female. A cock is female, right? A chicken is.
I don't know.
A rooster is male, and a is.
I thought cock was the other name for a rooster.
Well, what is a hen?
It's a female.
Oh, so a chicken is a hen.
Okay.
And then a rooster is.
I don't know.
Yo, nobody really respects. What's rooster meat like?
The rooster in my Rari. What is rooster meat like? Have you ever ate?
It's a fertile adult male chicken.
Right.
So just out of curiosity.
Oh, so that's why they call dicks cocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have we ever tasted cock?
I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because we don't know, right? We only eat.
Somebody gonna clip that one part. You're gonna see that one part on the timeline for years to come. Have we ever tasted? And I'm not repeating it because I want you to be all by yourself over that.
Netflix March 4th. The life.
That's right.
No. But that is a good point. Like, what does rooster taste like? We don't eat rooster because the rooster has to impregnate all the. You only need one rooster.
That's crazy because there's a rooster. What's that spot in Harlem called?
Red Rooster.
Red Rooster. Great
Have you
place.
ever actually eaten rooster?
Go to the.
I never thought about it.
I don't think the meat is as good for eating.
So what's better, the cock?
No, the chicken.
Have you ever eaten?
So,
Child.
But why do you think cock?
We must not eat female chickens because we want to keep them alive for
All
the
chickens
egg.
are female. All chickens are female. Are male. But what I want to know is like, what is
chickens are chickens. It's like humans, but it's male, female. So it's like chickens, and then it's cocks and hens.
So you're saying there's.
Let's Google that. Google what's the difference between a rooster and a cock. And Alex said cock tastes better.
But sometimes there's like
Don't do that.
when you have a chicken wing, when you got a chicken wing and you're just sucking the meat off the bone, you could be sucking the meat off a bone of a cock and you don't even know.
How the fuck have I never said that to somebody?
Yo,
It's pretty tasty.
that cock is delicious because you don't know if it's a cock. You assume it's head. But there's a lot of times they sneak a rooster in there and now you're sucking a bone dry of a.
The moral of the story is Uncommon Favor is in bookstores May 20th, 2025 by the legendary Don Staley. Go pre-order that
Get that.
now.
Get that.
Let's get back to the show. What we got, Taylor Gang? What we got? Medium Ugly. Great topic. Great topic. Where did this come from? I heard it came from Glorilla.
it did. So,
Is this a new Glorilla record?
yeah.
This wasn't on her album, was it? Man, I love Glorilla.
Shout out Glorilla.
That's one of my
And
favorites.
Georgiana. I tried to put y'all up on Georgiana months ago.
Who the fuck is Georgiana?
The other girl in it, man.
Huh?
There's another girl in here.
Yeah.
Georgiana, I've been trying to put y'all on game, but you guys don't listen to me.
I don't know who
I
that
know
is.
about every rapper that comes out before y'all do. I say it, you make fun of me, and then they pop the fuck off.
I don't know who Georgiana is, but salute to Georgiana. Let me hear. Let me hear this line about this cock.
Okay, so
Damn.
that's Duke Dennis listening to the song basically where she says, when she says,
Like my niggas, tall and brown. What else? It mixed with a little bit of ugly. They say shoot. Duke Dennis, what's up?
Those two lines are separate, though, right?
No, they weren't. Nope.
that's
Duke Dennis, they weren't.
Like, you weren't talking about me.
No, that was
bro, it's all good.
First of all, Duke, you need to be in Glorilla's DMs right now.
Immediately.
Why? He look like Future, don't he?
yeah, right there.
Yeah, he look like Future.
I didn't want to say it.
Listen, Duke, you need to be in Glorilla's DMs because what she says, she like her guys tall and brown. I don't know if you tall because you're sitting down.
Mixed with a little bit of
With a
ugly.
little bit of
There's
ugly.
nothing wrong
Not
being mixed.
ugly.
But there's the two words after that.
Yeah, what was that?
Shoot and shoot.
Shoot and shoot.
I'm shooting my shot. Duke Dennis,
Hey.
what's up with you?
Hey, get
Man,
hit.
you better be in her DMs.
Get hit.
With a picture like that picture that Taylor showed us earlier.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's too much?
You don't want that.
Don't jump out the window.
Don't jump out the
Don't
window
just
with
show
the
it. Don't just-
Louisville Slugger.
Don't just show her the hen. Don't just let her see the hen out the top. You don't let her just see the hen. Huh?
The hen is the vagina.
Oh. Well, shout out to Duke Dennis.
Yeah.
That was a great shout out.
Yo,
you need to be in her
He's not
DM.
medium
But
ugly.
girls do like a little ugly mix in their dudes. You don't want two pretty dudes, I've realized.
It's subjective.
No, but for real, like the pretty guy, like name like a pretty guy.
Trey Songz, kind of.
Trey Songz.
Wait, no, she said
somebody
kind
gave
of.
somebody gave a good. Somebody said earlier they called and they talked about Aaron Pierre, the guy that played Mufasa.
But
They said he's so pretty he looks weird.
That's the thing. Girls don't want the dude to be too pretty. You want a little bit of ugly mixed in.
Let's
is
stay
that-
on that though, because I've been waiting for some hate. I've been waiting for some hate on Aaron. Go ahead. Stay
I
on
mean, I
that.
personally don't.
I don't know, Aaron. Bring up a picture of Aaron. I'll tell you how
Go ahead,
hot
go
he
ahead,
is.
go ahead.
I'll objectively
Just
tell
hating
you.
for no. I'm only hating just because people love him so much.
People,
Go ahead.
I think, like him. I think they get distracted because his eyes are nice.
What's his name? Aaron what?
Aaron Pierre. Don't
Aaron
act
the-
like you
Aaron
ain't
the
fucking
plumber.
whacked off to him, Alex.
Aaron the plumber, the goat.
Oh, I know.
But a woman called and said that he's so pretty that he looks strange.
That's the thing. Girls don't want guys too pretty because they feel insecure.
He looks like
But
Mufasa.
then how do you
like,
feel about your wives thinking y'all a little ugly?
And they find ugly hot.
Yeah, beauty's
A
in the eye of the
little ugly.
beholder. It's a little bit. I'm medium ugly.
You got to be a little ugly. If you're just pretty,
But-
you're gay.
Morris, I think.
It's
me-
true. They think all really pretty guys are gay. Do you not?
I do. too.
Pretty in what way?
What do you
like
mean?
bottom looking.
Like this guy, if he told me he was gay, I would think he
That
was gay.
guy's so fucking hot, it's unbelievable.
Let me tell you
He
something.
can't be
Yo,
straight.
Envy lost it this morning talking about him. Yo, I'm not even joking. Shout out to Aaron Pierre. I don't know you, brother. I'm just fucking with you.
Yo,
Envy
Yo,
lost
he's
it.
talking about-
Aaron,
Listen,
you're too handsome, yo.
Listen, let me tell you,
You need to grow the
let me
beard.
tell you how Envy lost it.
Yeah.
Envy
You gotta
lost it
grow a
because
beard.
Lauren and the girl on the phone was
They were
going
going
back
crazy.
and forth about Aaron, and then Envy goes, "Yeah, he got the ears."
The what?
The ears.
What the fuck you mean?
If you
he
gotta
got
go
the
to ears to hate on a dude,
I know that.
Shut
that
up, you
motherfucker's
Fraggle
handsome.
maggot.
Yeah, you are fraggled up.
Oh, you know,
Envy?
but you know how you know?
How?
Because when you think about the ears, you know what you think about?
Holding them.
Fucking handlebars.
Oh my God.
Handlebars.
This guy's an animal.
Handlebars.
This guy's a complete animal.
Handle motherfucking balls.
Post that on
Let me
fact.
hear your roar,
Post that on fact.
Let me hear your roar, Mufasa.
Oh my God.
What? What? What
You are
happened?
crazy.
What happened?
Yo, show him a whole new world, bro. No, that's a different one. What is it? Show him the circle of life. Show him a weave away.
I think medium,
Jesus Christ.
Nah, he's too handsome, bro.
but medium ugly, I think depends on like if it's a debate. I think to me,
What you
because
mean?
like Morris Chestnut, he's universally cute to everybody.
Come on, talk to us. I mean, I know.
Why would you pick him?
Yo, bring Morris Chestnut up. Hold on, bring Morris Chestnut up. I will be honest. Dark-skinned dudes get to just be handsome.
So
Wait, talk about, no.
Nah, it's true. Dark-skinned dudes get to
I
just...
got a theory.
All right.
I got a whole
All right,
theory.
go.
As a melanated man, dark-skinned men are the only people who can be handsome.
Oh, God.
shut up.
Everybody,
up.
dark-skinned
That's
men
not
are the only ones that
true.
can be handsome.
That's not
Now, when
true.
y'all
Get
talk
out
about
of
them
here.
beige
That's not
people,
true.
y'all say pretty.
I don't
and
call my man
fine.
Nah.
When it
darks-
comes to that hardcore handsome,
That's-
it's like that fine aged bottle of Henny.
That's
Jalen
not
Hurts?
true.
Huh?
Jalen Hurts?
Gay? You gay, Chris. Why would he recommend that? Why? He been waiting to get that off. You think Jalen Hurts fine, Chris? God
He been waiting for the combo where he can share his feelings about somebody.
God
Don't he
damn.
was in a safe space.
I thought you just
No.
won the Super Bowl.
No.
Fucked up.
God
Elon, look
damn,
into his
Chris.
Homosexuality.
Chris, that's crazy.
That's my quarterback.
Chris,
That's my quarterback.
You want to be front
You want to be center.
Hike, blitz.
You guys are missing a tush push joke right there. It's hanging there.
No, what I'm saying is dark-skinned dude, no, to his point, dark-skinned dudes get to just be handsome and there's no caveats.
That's not true.
Name a dark-skinned dude that's handsome that they also call gay.
Trey Songz.
No, he's not dark.
First of all, Trey Songz not dark-skinned.
Wait.
And who calls Trey Songz gay?
A lot of people.
Really? I don't know.
You sit with him every day. A fine dark-skinned man that people call gay.
But you want to know what the real is?
It's because they hear you on this podcast every week. That's
He's
why.
sweating. He don't even believe it. Look at his scalp. Don't even believe it.
Y'all bringing up too many handsome men. Hey, somebody bring me some tissue in here, man. Fucking y'all in here just naming all these handsome men. Y'all went from Aaron Pierre to Mars Chestnut to goddamn.
It's because
Chris yelling out Jalen Hurts for no reason.
Dark-skinned dudes get to be masculine no matter what. And light-skinned dudes are looked at as soft.
That's not. I mean, okay. And
light-skinned dudes like me are looked at as soft.
No,
we need to be a little medium ugly so we can be handsome.
You know what white-skinned guys get called?
What?
Good-looking white guys get called attractive.
Yeah.
Nah, they get called pretty.
Nah, you don't.
Austin Butler. Austin Butler is pretty.
Who is that?
Man, I'm not explaining nothing to you
Austin
anymore,
Butler,
bro.
yo.
I'm not going to explain it.
What does People Magazine says the most attractive Austin Butler is pretty. Let's go.
He's pretty. That motherfucker's pretty. No. Brad Pitt is pretty.
No, nobody's calling Baldoni pretty.
Now, Baldoni is dark-skinned.
Austin look a little messy,
He's
yo.
white? No, Justin Baldoni is dark-skinned white.
He look a little...
Yo,
They
dark
call Travis
messy,
Kelce
yo.
fine, though.
He don't look a little messy.
Before he dated...
Hold on.
Listen, Austin Butler don't look a little messy.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Now, Travis Kelce...
Before he dated Taylor Swift.
He's fine, but he's medium ugly.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He is medium ugly, not full ugly. He's not pretty. Like, okay.
Well, why is it pretty?
Tom Brady, pretty.
Beautiful.
He's beautiful. That's what's beautiful.
Justin Bieber.
No. Let him get off his chest.
Said that a little
Zac Efron.
Justin Bieber's pretty too. Though.
Young Zac Efron. Pretty.
Yo, Chris, you are wild. Yo, Chris is going
He got a
crazy.
list. He got a list.
If you would have just said Zac Efron, cool, but you said young Zac Efron? Yo, we got to start investigating.
He put an age on it.
You going to get the point that you keep going this route, Chris. This is crazy.
Yo, Chris,
Young Zac Efron?
Chris be telling his daughters, like, yo, you want to see the new Zac Efron movie? I got tickets for the new Zac Efron movie.
Justin Bieber's pretty too, though.
Justin Bieber, pretty. That's the problem. When you're white skin, when you're light skin, we gotta be medium ugly to be considered handsome. When you're dark skin, I don't even know if you're dark skin anymore. But when you're dark skin, you just masculinity is just assumed, so you get to be handsome.
Am I dark skin?
You're brown.
Either way, I'm handsome. My point is there's a certain level of melanin that makes you handsome, and there's a certain level of melanin that makes you pretty. When you're on the beige side, you're pretty. When you're white, you get called attractive. What does People Magazine do? They do say sexy. That's what they use words like sexy for.
And that's a girl term. Like a man being sexy. That's a girl term.
That's what People Magazine does. They do the most sexiest man alive.
That's my point.
And that's what they call Matthew McConaughey, Brad Pitt, those guys. They're sexy.
Handsome white people are dark-skinned white people. George Clooney, dark-skinned white. Justin Baldoni, dark-skinned white. Name dark-skinned white.
White is crazy.
Yeah, we got dark skins too.
Are you talking about the brunette, the hair color?
Yeah, just dark. Everything's dark on them. Ooh, Chris, go.
Off-white.
Huh?
It's off-white.
Not off-white.
I thought you was yelling out Offset. I'm like, dang, you Offset fine too? I'm like, Chris letting it fly. Chris said Jalen Hurts, fucking young Zac Efron, and Offset. God damn.
You know who else is medium ugly? And it says Kofi. What's his name? Kofi.
Anand?
What's his last name?
What do they say about him? He's handsome. He's dark skinned.
Kofi Kingston?
But it's his skin. He's just a beautiful black.
I know. Listen, I get it. Please stop drooling over us.
But.
Yo,
listen, 90s rom-com
like
fine. I'm 90s rom-com fine.
But can we just...
Andrew is like 80s 80s
Okay,
sexy.
so Tyler Leppy.
The
I gotta be
slick back
sexy
gel.
because I'm white skinned.
Wait.
I'm telling you, if you are dark
Tyler
skinned white,
Leppy. He's light skinned. He's handsome as hell though.
name some attractive whites. Go. Dark skinned whites.
He's not pretty.
Name just an attractive white.
Yeah, think about it. Think about it. You know who Tyler
Chris
Leppy?
over there bricked up. Go ahead, Chris. Chris, go ahead, Chris. Chris,
Go, Chris, go. We know
ahead,
you got
Chris.
some. Go.
Well, I would say once considered the best looking white man in the world.
Who?
Bruce Reynolds?
Burt Reynolds is dark.
Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, dark skinned white.
Also, an Italian, Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando, dark skinned
Very-
white.
yes.
If
see
you're
what you're
dark
saying.
skinned white,
I
you're
see what you're
considered
saying.
handsome.
It's
If-
the hair
You think
color,
he's
though.
pretty?
It's all of it. It's dark skin.
Now is Robert Redford,
Who's that?
young
That's Tyler
Robert
Leppy.
Redford, pretty or
He's
handsome?
handsome.
Okay. Perfect one. Let me hit you right now. Sean Connery, dark skinned white. James Bond, dark skinned white. That's a dark skinned white.
white
He's
is
handsome.
crazy.
Light skinned whites, bright skinned whites like myself. We got to be medium ugly to be considered handsome.
What do you think
What
of
about
him?
Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt he was pretty. He wasn't even considered like handsome.
he's a
He was pretty.
light-skinned white.
He's a light skinned white.
That's the point.
just
What do you
telling
think of him? Do you think he's pretty or not? He's
This is a good. This is good. What you?
Who is he? Why are we talking about him?
First of all, calm down. This is a great actor
Yo.
named Tyler Leppy.
Yeah, we gotta tell dude.
He already knows
Oh,
this is my
Taylor,
ex.
Taylor, you did.
I do already know this is my ex.
Taylor, what you said is true. Like this is like it's a handsomeness, even though he's beige. It's a handsomeness.
That's the thing. Light skin black dudes need a beard to even be in the conversation
Might
of
be
handsome.
right about that, yo.
They can't even be in the conversation of handsome without a beard because y'all are so discriminatory towards the light skins like
Aaron
ourselves.
Pierre
I know.
needs a beard.
Yeah, he does.
By the way, it worked for Travis Kelce.
Because it's more masculine.
When
That's the
Travis
thing.
grew the beard out,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean? When
They
he
don't
cut,
consider light
That's when
skins.
you like them. That's when you like
But
them.
beards in general are just great, though. You should just have a beard, period.
Yeah, well, not everybody can fucking grow a beard.
But yo, I'm not even joking. You know why I cut mine off?
God damn,
You
Taylor,
know why I cut
shit.
mine off?
Because it was patchy.
No, I cut my beard off because it was too much.
Yeah, the girls couldn't handle
Yo,
it.
It was unbelievable.
Nah, for real.
It was
I
saw that shit.
ridiculous,
I
yo.
saw those Breakfast Club interviews. They're
Oh
fucking
my
sliding
God.
off the seat and shit.
It was unbelievable. I'm at the TSA. Ladies want to pat me down all crazy. And
Yeah.
shit.
Feeling for me.
I got time for that.
Feeling for me.
You know what I mean? Let me get back to just being 90s rom-com.
Yo, can you get this
I'll come
guy?
back to the beard when I'm
Get
50.
this guy off the thing. This is uncomfortable. Get this guy off the thing.
When I'm 50,
Thank
I'll
you.
come back to the beard. We're saying all that to say, Duke Dennis, you need to be in Glorilla's DMs right now. What are you
Immediately.
doing? Okay?
His dance is handsome, too.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got nice teeth.
Well, you know what, though? I see what
Good-looking
Glorilla
guy.
did. I see what Glorilla did.
She tried to, what's the term, neg him. She tried to bring him down so that he would go, ooh,
That's
these
right.
girls are getting good.
That's right. I don't know why I just caught that. I didn't, because I didn't see the video when we were talking about our birth control,
Yeah.
but that's exactly what she
She
did.
tried to bring
it
him
was
down.
a nag. You know, you ever read, not The Art of Seduction?
Yeah,
What's
it's
what's
called
what was that book from? It's a book.
Neil Strauss.
Neil Strauss.
the Bible, the pickup Bible, pickup artist.
Yes, hold on, I'm gonna tell you right
Your
now.
Bible.
Pickup artist, 100%.
Oh no, I definitely read that book. What
But
was the name
Till,
of
you
that
said
book?
he has nice teeth, but he wears grills. How do you know what his teeth look like?
Yo.
The Game.
Oh, that's
The
not-
game. The
He wears
game.
grills.
Game.
Yeah, he always has grills.
Yo. We don't got to hate on the man. We don't got to hate on the man.
Hey,
I
no,
see
was just
him-
saying,
I see
like she's
his
saying-
teeth, though. Here's a
there's a lot of medium ugly women that nobody talks about.
I knew he was gonna bring that up.
Let's-
I
No,
knew he
it's
was gonna
true,
bring that up.
The wigs.
Do we
the makeup?
okay,
Okay.
do men feel
The
more
Skims.
do we feel more comfortable with medium ugly women? Let's be honest. Let's have a conversation
Well,
about it.
here's the thing that women have that men have never had.
Orgasms.
When we were young, we talked
Other
about
way around. Well, fuck,
It
I
don't
fucked
matter.
that
We
up.
shoot and shoot.
Yo,
Heard
shoot
what
or
Glorilla
shoot.
said.
Facts.
There was a time when we used to say butterface. So you say everything looked good but her face.
Oh, yeah.
And that
So
works
if a woman had a body, it didn't matter what she looked
for
like
the
in the
night.
face.
For the night.
For the night.
Yeah, I don't think that works for men.
There's a calculation. It's what was the term? What was it? Kiana was saying it. What was it? It's like how much effort for the nut.
Oh, fuck, I forgot it.
I forgot the
How much
exact-
effort for the
how
nut?
much effort the guy has to put in
Yeah.
to orgasm. And with like some super pretty dime piece, whatever, it might be like 10 dates before you get that nut. But with the butterface, it might be that night. So you calculate that and you go, okay, this is worth it for this night because I don't have this 10 dates of time.
Yeah, and see, women present, right? So you see a woman, you can see that she has a nice body. You can't really see that with guys too much off the top. Or that guy that you showed us, Taylor, with the fucking 20-inch. that's 6 inches wide, 7 inches wide. You don't. Yeah, that don't show.
How you know diameter?
I know.
I'm just guessing.
That's what I don't get. Like, I wasn't even trying to calculate diameter.
I'm just, you know why? Because I was thinking about how tall my 9-year-old is, and I'm like, that shit was at least 4'3".
What is going on?
Kids
bro?
and dicks at the same.
Just-
That's wild.
Cut that whole
I'm
shit.
talking about the size.
Cut that whole
Don't
shit.
think
This
about
guy's got a dick the size of a 9-year-old. What do you want me to do?
Nah,
This
that
guy,
was
okay, 6-year-old. The guy's got a dick the size of a
let's
6-year-old.
just get dicks and kids not in
But
the
you
same.
know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
yeah.
Nobody cared when 50 Cent said he had guns the size of Little Bow Wow. Okay, that guy's got a penis the size of Little Bow Wow, a young Little Bow Wow. That guy's got a penis the size of a young Little Bow Wow. Does that make you feel better?
It does.
Jesus Christ.
It does
I
actually.
mean, the shit was like a sleeping bag.
You
That
had
shit was
it.
huge.
Charlie, you had it when you put those two water bottles together.
Huh?
No, it was a little longer than that.
His dick was
No,
longer
man.
than that.
No,
That
man.
shit was
No,
longer.
that shit was crazy.
That shit
Wait
was-
till you put the picture up and just put the blur on it. Show Chris.
don't even know what you would do
Chris,
with
put
that.
the mic to your lips, and I want Taylor to see it. I just want your reaction.
You go-
Not what you think. See what I'm saying?
Chris's
You see
laptop
what I'm saying?
closed by itself.
You see what I'm saying? You see what the fuck I'm saying, man?
Now that
Goddamn.
that guy's criminal.
Jesus, what else we got, Taylor?
Yeah, we need something else.
Jesus
But
Christ.
shout out all the medium ugly dudes out there,
We
man.
out here, baby.
Y'all are what women really want.
What is keeping it? We're doing all memes matter right now. What is keeping it honest?
This is
mean?
just what's going on with Neyo. I don't know if y'all have any take on it.
He got all the
His
wives or
poly-
something like that.
Yeah.
Neil got 4 girlfriends.
Hey man,
4
salute.
girlfriends.
Let me hear what he said. What do you say about this? What do you say? He's
Times
talking.
are tough, man. Eggs are expensive.
He's
You know, now's the time to get multiple wives. Real talk.
He's on the Ricky Smiley.
It's not even wives, it's just girlfriends.
I'm just saying, like now, girls need provisions.
It says Ricky. It says he's on Ricky Smiley's show, and Neil is. Let me see. What does it say?
Basically, is telling his
Mother of Neil kids called him out for exposing him to his Polynesian sauce lifestyle. Let's listen.
like to his kids though. He's being honest with his kids too.
Questions about that? About your relationship?
Of course they do, and I answer them. Yeah.
Okay.
Honesty. Again, I'm not lying to nobody, not even my children. Hey, this is daddy's girlfriend, and so is that, and so is that, and so is that.
You got no problem.
And she gonna make you some cereal, and she gonna cook lunch, and she gonna wash your clothes.
Come
and
on,
it's all
man.
good. And it's family, it's community.
Oh, you
That's
need
what
your
it's
own
about.
book in the.
Do your kids have questions about?
Here's the thing, man. This is what I think about when I think about how much money is Neo making to be able to have 4 girlfriends. Like him having 4 girlfriends, that's on him. I ain't tripping off it because, you know, if all of them are cool with it, who are we to have an opinion? I just want to know how much money he making.
But here's the thing, like
He sold
once
his back catalog for like 30 mil.
You got 4 girlfriends and kids.
But
I don't think 30 mil enough.
think about. Once you have the house that has enough rooms for them, the cost is not that much more. It's you know what I mean, like,
They like expensive gifts.
but they could share it.
4 girlfriends and kids, Schulz.
How many kids do you have?
I don't know.
He has, I think, maybe
Is-
3.
But he lives with them though. Is that the better way to go about it, or the way Nick Cannon does?
Yo, Nick got to be the richest human being on planet Earth.
Well, Nick is different because Nick just got a bunch of kids. We don't know if Nick has a bunch of girlfriends.
This
No, but
seems
he
so
like-
Look at
exhausting.
Neo on
All are
Valentine's
saying,
Day.
though,
But he
that-
takes care of all of them. So I think
This seems so exhausting.
Having to eat 4 pussies on Valentine's
That's
Day.
what I
is
would
crazy.
think. Wouldn't it
Eat
be
4
exhausting?
pussies, just manage them emotionally.
no.
All them telling you what they had to do in their day. Like,
No, they're
you got to be in a
probably-
post with each one of the.
They're
I gotta
probably
interview Neil
yes-sirring
soon.
him. the
You
whole
got to get,
time.
yeah. That might be.
I need to get to the bottom. I need to know if they all have sex together. I need to know, like, where did you meet all of them? Like, did you have one and then y'all picked up another one? Like, how did this happen?
He's not.
Did you eat all 4 vaginas on Valentine's Day?
Isn't having one exhausting?
Do you only do it on
But
Valentine's Day?
I think y'all are missing the point.
No, I'm just saying in general. But Valentine's Day is supposed to be that day.
I think
and-
y'all missing the
Is that why you got waxed?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something about that wax. Best decision I made in my
How'd it
motherfucking
grow
life.
back?
It's still there. It's not happened yet.
You still bald?
Bro,
Wow.
go get motherfucking wax. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Y'all gonna learn.
You know, I can't believe you did that though.
Why?
None of us
Because
can.
that shit really does hurt, and I can't believe you.
It's not gonna hurt the next time I go.
Yes, it is.
No, they said the more you go, the less it hurts.
Yeah, this is the second time. You think it's about to be like done after?
I think so. I'm just
No.
I wish y'all could feel my balls. I'm not even joking. Because you know, as men, we all do the Al Bundy and shit.
Yeah.
The way them shit feel with no hair on them, I'm like, why did God even put hair there to begin with?
I can't
Keep it warm.
The balls is crazy though.
But when it
You
gets
was just-
stubby, isn't it gonna like?
The balls wasn't even the part that hurt the most.
Really?
No, it was everything around it. The balls wasn't really that bad. Go get waxed. I promise you, it's the best thing you will ever do, bro.
How long do you have to let it grow out before you can wax?
You go.
again?
She told me to come every 6 weeks. She told me 6. I don't know. You go every 4. She told me every 6. You had your shit waxed before, Schulz?
Yeah, but I didn't do it again.
Why?
So it's a whole. I'm like lazy, dude. I'm not gonna go and let some fucking Ukrainian woman yank at my balls,
my
bro.
God.
I love it.
Nah.
I love it. Alex, just try it.
Do your butthole
Why
and
don't
do
you-
like
Nah, you gotta do the balls.
doing the top feels weird.
You know
Why
what's
don't you-
weird?
you can-
to
you
go
don't have
do
to-
it after he did it. That just makes it weird. I
I'm
don't
the
know.
first man to get a wax.
You are the first guy I know who's gotten a wax.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's not gay.
Yeah, you're the first straight guy to do
Yeah.
it.
This is like your
A
mental
little
health.
crooked. A little crooked. It's debatable. We're all a little crooked, right?
5:45.
5:45
What's 5:45? What's 5:45?
on the clock.
What is that? What is that?
5:45.
This?
If you're straight at 6 o'clock, you're 5:45. You got 15 minutes.
How you know all these gay terms, man?
We got 15 minutes. At 6 o'clock, that's when it stops.
Give us another thing
I
right now.
got to go back
Taylor.
straight at 6. Okay, what else we got, Taylor? I'm sorry. What is I'm sorry?
Did y'all see this? Like,
Oh, this is crazy.
Nah, this makes me sad,
This
bro.
is
I don't even. Ugh.
NFL sports analyst Steve Smith Sr. accused of sleeping with a married woman. Husband post alleged text exchange and phone conversation with Steve. You've been fucking my wife, bro. You knew she was married. You're having the wrong conversation with the
Exactly.
wrong person, my man. Is the actual phone call?
yeah.
Yo, this shit is.
Let me hear him. I didn't hear this.
Yeah, you were fucking my wife, bro. What you gotta say for yourself?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah.
That was you.
You're not a fucking idiot, man. You're fucking Steve Smith Sr.
Nah, he's a fan.
This sounds ridiculous.
What kind of dumb shit was that?
Why is Steve still on the phone?
Yeah, I know.
Why are you crying, man? Be a fucking man.
Why is Steve still on the phone with this guy?
He hangs up soon.
Steve.
I wouldn't even admit to that shit.
Why?
Yo,
He
Steve.
can. He got the text messages and everything.
Yeah.
AI.
Bunch of selfies going back and forth. You can't fake that many selfies.
Bro.
All right, turn that shit off, man. That
First
shit.
of all, I'm sorry is crazy. All right? I'm sorry is wild. But once again, my man, I don't know his name. What's his name? There's no need to have all that smoke for Steve and Steve Smith. The smoke should be for your wife.
Yeah, but he's blowing up Steve shit because Steve is married as well.
Oh.
Okay, so you should have led with that. I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we sure about this?
Yeah.
No, I get that. You gonna fuck my shit up. I'm fucking your shit up. Let's go.
And are we sure that Steve Smith is married?
I'm pretty sure I've
But
seen
they
him.
might have an arrangement. So now you blew him up for nothing. But I guess you're gonna still put some stress on his wife and his marriage. Nah, I get that. You gonna come for somebody else's household. They got every right to come for yours, man.
But is he gonna leave his wife though?
Who?
The guy.
He got it.
Oh, well, it's okay.
What?
Well, look.
Gee, that's fun.
What's okay? Oh, she's white?
No, that's his current wife.
Okay.
So it's okay? That's okay because she's white?
I'm not saying it's okay.
No,
That's crazy,
I'm
right?
saying
Taylor, that's what you said.
You see?
And you approved it too.
No, I just asked. I said, she's white. I know that's what Taylor was doing.
I'm just
motherfuckers
saying,
over here.
like, I'll be more.
Hold on, that shit said is Steve Smith Sr. married. Click on that.
This one?
No, under that one. It said, is Steve Smith Sr. married? All we know about, and salute to Steve too, man. Steve was the first podcast that we launched on Black Effect when we launched 5 years ago, the Cut to It podcast with Steve Smith Sr. Make it bigger? That's what she said. Steve Smith Sr. has been accused of infidelity. But I don't want to know if he's married or not. And supposed to including, he's okay.
Oof, that's rough.
She met Steve Smith Sr. at work.
But you should see other dude's wife. I'm like,
she bad?
No. I'm like, why he's doing that?
Medium.
Less than, it's like less than me.
Everything. Butterface.
What the body look like though?
Yeah.
Clinton.
Oh, it could have been a Butterface.
Clinton.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying.
Yo,
Nah, Monica was right.
what does
Nah,
he?
but you fuck who's close. Like, if it's just a one-time thing, he's not trying to, like...
You looking at... I mean, we can't.
What?
Oh, man.
What?
Listen,
this is sad.
You know what I want to tell married couples, man? Just be honest, yo. Because you'll be surprised what either one of y'all would allow.
Yeah,
but when you get... Like, it's hard to recover from betrayal.
Yeah,
You
and the
lied to me.
public humiliation.
You publicly embarrassed me.
Yeah.
You're coming home to me, sleeping with me every night, knowing you're doing it with this guy. Like, this the betrayal.
Yeah.
I can't trust you anymore. I might come to you and say, hey, I want to have a Polynesian sauce relationship. Or, hey, I want to have a girlfriend. You might come to me and say, you want to have a Polynesian sauce relationship.
Nope.
You want to have a boyfriend. Or you might just want to get a little dick on the side. You know what I'm saying? You might be adventurous. This guy in the North Face is out there with a 20-inch. He's out there with Bow Wow in his pants. He's okay. And come on. I don't know. There's certain things I can't provide. And there might be certain things that person can't provide. But we both love each other. We come home, we mind our business. All I'm simply saying is, that wouldn't work for me, but I'm just simply telling y'all to be honest in a relationship. You don't want to, you rather this?
No. This is gross. When women cheat, it's fucking disgusting. I don't even like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even like when women cheat in movies.
Damn.
When I'm watching a movie and a woman cheats, I watch this shit like, yo, who the fuck wrote
being
this?
biased. Why do you don't think it's disgusting for a guy?
Because
you know what women should do? Whatever they...
Because you letting some fucking stranger inside your body?
But instead, you could go inside a stranger's body?
No, we don't cheat. Black men don't cheat. White men don't really cheat either.
Listen, first of all...
White men would rather kill you than cheat on you.
There's no...
It's true. White men would rather kill you than cheat on you. I'm a killer that's going to go on with my new family. Is that not honorable a little bit?
They are the only ones that do that.
That's what I'm saying. A white man would rather kill his wife and then go on to be with his other family.
And that's her fault. She's like, you'll never cheat on me. I'm like, of course I won't.
Right.
Oh, you dead?
It's something to that. It's something to that. All I'm simply saying is, man, just be honest. What's wrong with being honest with your partner?
Nothing's wrong with it, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't go that way. Man, that shit sucks. Why would that girl text that man those things?
And what if you confront your woman for cheating? You're like, yo, did you cheat on me? And she just be like, a little bit. What the fuck you mean a little bit?
You just said be honest. Which one is it?
What does a little bit mean? No.
Yo,
and then she never tells you what a little bit means.
Nah. And then you just got to think about it. You just think it went in a little. Nah, that shit is gross.
What is a little bit?
Women and she should go to prison for 100 years.
What if she just said, what if you confront your wife for cheating and she just goes, you're like, what do you got to say for yourself? I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. God bless, man. Just be honest. I'm not even joking when I say that. For all couples out there, I think honesty is always the best policy. What else we got, Taylor? We got any more ads?
Yeah.
Let's do some ads and then hit Asking Idiots.
Do some Asking Idiots, man. Salute to ZocDoc. Have you ever woken up with a funky symptom like a swollen, itchy eye, a tight pain in your neck, a persistent cold that just won't go away, and immediately Googled it or searched TikTok to see what's wrong? We've all gone down that rabbit hole, but it's time to get the help and care you really need with ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental mental health, primary care to urgent care, and more. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, are located nearby, are a good fit for any medical needs you may have, and are highly rated by verified patients. Once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit. Appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/idiots to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/idiots, ZocDoc.com/idiots. What else we got, Schulz?
Hey, Brilliant Idiots listeners, we got a quick favor to ask you guys, okay? We often do ad reads on the show, and we want to make sure that we are recommending brands that you like. So we want to take in some feedback about the past brands we feature on the show and learn more about your experience with them so we can continue strengthening our relationship and make sure that we are, showing you things that offer utility to you guys in your lives. So we set up a quick survey and are going to give you one lucky listener or viewer a $150 Amazon gift card, okay? It'll just take a few minutes, fill out the survey, and will be enormous help for us and hopefully you guys. So go to www.surveymonkey.com/r/brilliantidiots or click the link in the description, fill out the survey, and make sure that you enter your email address for a chance to win a $150 Amazon gift card. Again, click the link in the description, enter your email, and complete the survey for a chance to win a gift card. Thank you guys all so much for all that you do to support everything that we do here at the Brilliant Idiots. We're incredibly appreciative. Now let's get back to the show.
Back to the show. Somebody just sent me a text from Academics TV. It said, Charlamagne said Drake wasn't being suppressed on radio on his latest podcast. The numbers, however, show Drake is being suppressed on radio with Give Me a Hug only getting 2% airplay and Nokia getting 0%. Why do y'all think that's suppression, though? What I said on the podcast was that the label called and asked what the single is. So being that the label called and asked what the single is, that means that the label is willing to work a record to radio, but they probably just got to find the right record to work. And if Give Me a Hug is, I'm looking at the Hot 100 right now, Give Me a Hug is number 6, Nokia is number 10. So clearly those are the records that radio needs to be playing. But what y'all need to understand is that radio is often late on a lot of things. It's only been a week, guys. Give it a minute. You know what I'm saying? If Nokia gets a lot of requests or Give Me a Hug gets a lot of requests or, they do this. By the way, I think the what is it called? The call-out research hook that they do to determine what records get played. I think that is such an outdated concept.
What is that?
It's like a call-out research hook. So if I'm explaining it right, they'll call you and ask you, are you familiar with this song? And based on your familiarity, fuck, I'm getting caught up like Boosie with that word.
I can't even say that.
If you're familiar with the word, if you're familiar with the song.
Familiarity.
Yes.
Yeah.
What word did I just see?
Familiarity.
Kicking his ass on Vlad TV.
Damn.
I forgot what word it was.
Influential.
Influential. Yes. No, it wasn't influential, was it?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh, well, but the call-out research hook, if you're familiar with the record, then, it gets more spins, but...
And, bro, I got my feelings about that Herb Goddess shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because I was like, damn, this dude was this fucking intro. I must influ fucking wintru. That's what he was, when you influence people, influential. Influ fucking issue. What you said?
Influential.
Influ fucking intro.
There you go.
That's what he was.
That's what it is.
Just give it a minute. Like that. That's not suppression. Just because an artist comes out with an album, sells 250,000 the first week, debuts on number 5 with one record and number 10 on a record on Billboard. That's not suppression, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like Drake and Party promoted this project crazy. It's not like they gave you videos before they put out singles. They just gave you a body of work and people responded to it. Drake is gonna be fine, y'all. Meanwhile, Kendrick has the number 1 song in the country this week again, but it's Luther. Kendrick Lamar and SZA. So last week it was Not Like Us. Not Like Us is number 2 this week. All of these guys are doing great. TV Off is number 4. Squabble Up's number 5. All of this is great for the game. Who cares? Who cares? Let's do some Asking Idiots. Philomena 1996 says, is an athlete at the top of their game or a musician more impressive to watch? Fantastic fucking question, Philomena. What do you think, Schulz?
Athlete, not even a question. Because a musician has a longer prime Like a musician's prime could be a decade.
Yeah.
But an athlete, that's a small window. You know, we're talking about like the 2 or 3 years that James Harden was doing what James Harden was doing. It was, you're just watching a magician on the court.
I would say depending on what type of athlete.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, go.
If we talking baseball, if we talking football, if we're
Boxing?
talking boxing, if we're talking football, soccer, those even baseball to a certain extent, those are very impressive sports to watch. Track and field with when you're watching Simone Biles and you know Gabby Douglas when you're watching Usain Bolt, like I remember being in. I think I've told this story a million times. I remember being in Jamaica during I think it was the 2008 Olympics.
Oh wow!
And we were leaving Jamaica, the airport stopped. I'm not even exaggerating. Like literally, they stopped to watch Usain Bolt run.
Yeah.
Now it only took 15 seconds, right? If that much.
Yeah.
But the fact that literally they made an announcement, everybody stop what the fuck you're doing to watch. That's a different level.
Yeah,
so I would say depending on the athlete.
Because you know it's such a small window. So the opportunity to watch them during that time, especially like a sprinter. I mean, Usain had an amazing career, a lot longer than most sprinters, but still, like there's some of these guys that might go to one Olympics and everything has to work out around that moment for them to be at their prime. So yeah, athlete.
But when you're watching prime Michael,
that's what I was gonna say. What about
you know
a
what I mean?
musician at the top?
But like only a few artists that are musicians that are so gifted that you like, wow.
To me, it's like it wouldn't even be. It would be like a singer, like watching Whitney in her prime, like watching Whitney with her
Whitney
voice
at the
at
football
her
game
strength.
when she did the national anthem.
And I guess that can last for a while too. But there's something about that connection. Like I don't know, maybe watching Beyonce at the height of her superstardom and fame, her physical ability to do those dance moves as well as like sing. She's not using like of course she can still do it now, but I think that Beyonce would even say maybe 5 years ago or 10 years ago, she was, you know, in her peak live performance. Maybe she'd say no. I don't know. I'm just assuming that when you're younger, because I'm 41 years old and I can barely fucking walk after I do some shit, right? So seeing that, I guess. But there's something about an athlete in his prime, like Roy Jones Jr. in his prime, like this small window where you get to watch sheer and utter dominance.
That's why it's hard to have conversations with people who never saw Michael Jordan. Yo.
It's crazy, man.
Like you had to see it. If you saw it, you would understand what the fuck we talking about.
Bro, I was a Knick fan during Jordan's reign. Imagine that.
Come on, man.
When he would come into the game with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and it didn't matter how much we were up, you were holding your breath for 8 straight minutes because you knew at any point in time he could take that fucking game over. And I think it's athlete. It's not to take away from musicians, but seeing an athlete. Also, there's no it's pure meritocracy in athletics. Whereas music, it's like some people like Prince, some people like Michael Jackson. It's kind of like what you enjoy. But at the end of that game, the Bulls either won or they lost.
Yeah, it's athletes, because to that point too, musicians don't ever like. I guess that's why we like rap battles so much, because you get to see people actually go against each other.
That's a good point.
With athletes, you get to see them go against the best night in and night out, so you really get to see these motherfuckers crush competition.
Yeah.
Musicians are just playing one-on-one.
Well, that's the thing about the battle, which is so interesting with rap, is that they've agreed to do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like Adele and Drake can't really compete at music, because they do different types of music.
They could, but it'd be gay.
You know what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean? But like when two rappers battle, they're both going, hey, we're going to battle. We're not having a battle based on the music. Like Drake isn't going, I'm going to battle Kendrick and I'm going to do my R&B shit, and Kendrick is going to do his thought-provoking shit.
Oh my God.
What?
That would be so silly.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't work like that.
You got to rap.
You got to, hey.
You
so
gotta
maybe
rap.
that's why it's so enticing. Like even watching the guys, do you ever watch the the rap battles, like the underground?
Hell yeah, all the time.
That shit is incredible.
Because these guys are very gifted in the art of battling. It's not
Also,
even
they're funny too. They're so, like, to me, it reminds me a lot of like joke writing.
It's not
like
even the raps I like.
What do you
I like the fact that these guys can say the most disrespectful shit about each other, but have the emotional intelligence to know it's just a rap battle.
It's like a roast.
It's
I
like
see a lot of parallels with it. Yeah, it's really cool watching those guys.
I wrote what I didn't write, but I was a producer on a fantastic movie called Bodied. That was executive produced by Eminem, and it literally is just all about rap battle culture. Salute to Joseph Kahn. He directed that film. Y'all should go check that out. It's called Bodied. I might have produced that was it a decade ago now?
Didn't you have a small part in it?
Yeah, I had a role in it. I played whatever Smack would be. To this era, the host of the rap battle.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, check that out.
If you couldn't be an American, what nationality would you want to be?
How you skip Papa Paul?
Oh, my bad. Is it gay for a guy to have a threesome with 2 studs?
No, not as long as there's 2 vaginas there.
That's a fire.
Hey, come on. Never forget the acronym for studs.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, go.
I'm gonna say never forget the acronym for studs. Some titties under that shirt.
Under that dress.
No, some titties under that shirt.
Under
some titties under that shirt. Okay, some titties under that shirt.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay. Now here's the question: what if the studs come strapped?
You put them shit away.
No. They strapped. There's vagina
Put them
there.
away. We use them on each other.
No. Okay, but you from the back, and then the strap is still. Could you hit from the back with a strap?
Nah.
You know she got a strap, and you reach around and you're holding her waist, but that's slapping against your fingers.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying, could you do it?
And studs are wild, so you probably got to tell them to chill because they'll be trying to penetrate you and shit.
Yeah.
Slapping the across your mouth like, yo, what the fuck, yo?
Yup.
Nah, if you got to move the strap out the way to get to the vagina, yeah, you can't.
That's gay.
Yeah,
That's
you can't.
gay.
Nah. You're right. You know what, Papa Pal? You're right. I didn't think about it.
But now that we thought about it.
If you got to do this, if you got to push your scrap out the way
if
to
you
get
got
to
to
the
move
vagina.
Dick anywhere, it's gay.
Even if it's GMO dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't even got to be the real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Kyle Elmendorf says, if you couldn't be an American, what nationality would you want to be? Good question. What you think, Schulz?
Scottish, bro, of course.
Yeah, I would be either...
Or Mexican.
I would be Caribbean or Ghanaian. Well, anything from the motherland. So my African ancestry says I'm 97% West African. So Sierra Leone, Senegal, Guinea-Bissau. But I love Anguilla. So I would have no problem being from the beautiful island of Anguilla. Like that would be my nationality, Caribbean. Is Caribbean the nationality? I would be Anguillan.
You'd be Anguillan.
Yeah,
You'd be Anguillan.
Yes.
Nah, Scottish, the motherland, but also Mexican, just because it seems fire.
Ooh, this is a good one.
All right, go.
Mogan Dawes says, fellas, how do we feel about government telling us what or what not to talk about? What do you think?
They're not doing that.
I mean, I don't believe that they should do that, but at the same time, it makes it more dangerous and fun. So if there is something taboo, that's where shit gets exciting, especially as a comedian. When you could talk about absolutely anything, then like pushing that back about like political takes and that kind of stuff is kind of boring. Comedy is most interesting when you're doing hot takes, when you're restricted, and then when you can just talk about whatever, that's where you, in my opinion, that's where you got to go personal. You got to talk about what's going on in your life because everybody's going to have their hot take about what's happening politically.
Yeah, the most interesting thing about what's going to happen in America is that we are a country of people who know what freedom is. We are addicted to freedom because that's all we've ever known.
It's our identity.
That's our identity. So when you have, things like, media restriction or, whatever it is, people are going to rebel against that.
100%.
Just naturally. The civil unrest that is going to happen in this country whenever you try to restrict any freedoms from people, do we really need that? So why restrict people's freedoms? Like I understand, I saw Elon Musk tweet out the other day, and I'm paraphrasing the tweet. He said something like, once Hitler got control, he suppressed the media or something.
Who said this?
Elon. It's like, that's not what you should want. Like you shouldn't want Donald Trump, writing executive orders to where independent agencies like the FCC have to answer to him, which they're pushing, which the FCC is pushing back on.
Right.
You shouldn't want that because he's the president of the United States of America. This isn't China. This isn't Russia. People should be able to have an opinion about their leader.
Amen.
Simple as that.
Amen.
So when you start seeing restrictions like that happen in this country,
you should push back.
We are not only are we addicted to freedom, we're an entitled people when it comes to freedom.
Oh yeah, you're not going to restrict us because we'll rebel just off the strength of you telling me I can't.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I think is we're about to see a lot of that if things keep going the way that they are. Abdon.caa says, what's the most useless talent you have? What's the most useless? Probably gaydar.
Your gaydar is way off.
No, it's not actually.
You just found out Chris is gay today. We've been doing this podcast for a decade.
Well, I didn't know. He's just a little crooked. There's a difference between gay and crooked.
What's the difference?
Crooked means that, when it hits 6 o'clock, you back straight. Gay means you just gay all the time. And it's fine.
We started having a conversation about attractive men, and Chris was rifling
Went
off.
Crazy.
But like year to year, he was like Zac Efron from 98 to 2001. Like that was his peak. He's like, he was in his prime.
You're picking your boys like you pick your wine, Chris. I'll try that Zac Efron 92. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, Chris.
We're not talking about dick in the beginning. It's not gay.
No.
You came in talking about.
So you could talk about dick without it being gay. It's a part of the body. What are we going to ignore?
That's why I don't mind Trump slowing down some of this progressive shit. Because you came in here as a woman.
Yeah,
talking,
and as a let me see. Oh.
Because we want to make you feel comfortable.
I want to know.
Gay.
I want to
know.
What,
gay, you pregnant.
I want to know what you're so afraid of. If you're talking about how you're afraid of this dick size,
is true.
I gotta say. Also, we just like seeing the biggest of anything.
That is a fact. And
We like
Taylor,
knowing the best. What's your top 5?
That's right. And Taylor, you a person that has scoffed at 10-inch penises.
Yeah.
You looked at him and be like,
we never seen you scared of dick.
You think that's big?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for your wife. We didn't even ask for that last part.
That's
why
true.
did I feel sorry for your wife have to hit? Why?
That is uncomfortable
You know
to
what
even
I'm
come
saying?
in this podcast and say something like that.
And so you came in here showing off huge penises.
Yup.
We commented on them.
Yup.
And now we're the gay ones.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that funny how they do us like that?
What's your most useless talent that you have, Phil?
Shit. My most useless talent.
I think it's your ability to just fart any and everywhere.
Bro, I was thinking the same thing, bro.
Any and everywhere.
Bowel movements. Yeah, I can have a bowel movement
Anywhere.
anywhere.
It don't make no. I've never seen anything like it. It don't matter where you at. If Schulz is dipping off, he's going to take a shit. It's like a dog marking his territory.
I'm not afraid, man. I'm just not afraid.
Have you ever shit in like one of those nasty ass gas station bathrooms?
Wait a minute. You think that's the worst place I've shit?
Oh my God. What's the worst place?
Name a place and I'll tell you if I've shit there.
You shit outside before.
Of course. I mean, come on. It's not even. Yes.
Do you have? Is it a disease? It's like irritable bowel syndrome. What is it? IBS? Like what? Like.
No, I'm just built different.
I'm not. Like he's something.
I'm him.
Yeah.
I'm him.
Yeah.
When it comes to
the
taking,
ocean before?
Yeah, I actually prefer it. Why is that gross? You don't think those other animals are shit?
Before a show, do you shit?
I used to have to do it every single time before I went on stage. Like I think it was like a nerves thing, and then I got a little more comfortable.
Because I've come to shows and be like, I just been randomly. I wonder if Andrew got a shit right now.
Yeah,
only because you shit so much.
Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw Fifth come out at the Garden show and he like hit you in the stomach lovingly, I'm like, yo, Fifth, you've been out there for an hour. Please.
He's shitting right now.
He's been out there for an hour. Now is not the time to be hitting him in the stomach. You know what I'm saying? What up, blood? What up? What up? You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need that. Let's do 2 more. Okay, Poster God. I'm glad you come to us with this because this is good topics for the brilliant idiots. Poster God says, if I jack off more than once a day and I'm married 25 years, is that a problem? Well, Poster God, it depends what you're jacking off for. If you're jacking off because you know that, you and your wife may get it on. And that's the thing about being married. When you're married, you just never know. So you always want to be ready. And we always know that second shot. I don't know how old you are, Poster God. The older you get, you'll realize how to, maintain that first nut. Bro. But if you're a young guy, you might want to jack. Well, he's been married
25 years.
Yeah, so he might be a little older. You should know how to maintain that first nut.
If I jerk off, we're not having sex today.
Damn. Really?
Yeah, that's.
Now, what about like an early in the day jerk off? So you're kind of getting like the nut and a half for the second.
If I jerk off today, we're not having sex tomorrow.
Oh, no, y'all wild.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm saying there's something in the food.
Like
we got
I've
RFK.
emptied out the chamber because I know at nighttime we gonna go.
No, I remember when I was like dating my wife, I would want to empty out the chamber so I could deliver. But I've been married. I have a child. So if I jerk off Monday, sex might happen around Friday.
You have to eradicate the stigma of married couples having whack sex, bro.
I didn't say the sex is whack.
Okay.
I just said it's Friday.
Well, I'm talking about on your end.
Listen, I'm here to be
you
hard.
don't sound like you putting that dick down the way you need to.
There's
dicks like dick. Show him the dick again, Taylor, just to let him know what types of dick are out here.
I think he got it.
I'll never forget that dick.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll never forget that dick as long as I live.
It's like that and Steve Smith Sr.'s out here. Every fucking day. Schulz, you got to remember these things as a married man.
Yeah.
Those are the things that you're up against every day as a married man.
Nah, you're right about that.
You know
to
what
get
I'm
a
saying?
Brazilian wax and keep it white.
You goddamn right. I'm gonna tell you something. You think I'm joking?
I don't think you're joking. I know you got
So
it.
you and your wife have sex, or y'all just scissor?
I'm gonna tell you something. All I'm gonna say is, you know the word I've heard in my house the last 2 weeks?
Fraggle maggot?
Game changer.
Really?
All right.
She goes down on you.
Game changer. All I'm telling you is game
Nah, my wife told me I
changer.
got to trim up.
Get rid of the gates, bro.
She told me I got to trim up.
Get rid of the gates. Because the older you got, how old are you, Alex?
35.
Oh, so you see, wait, in 10 years, that shit's gonna be all over the place. You 41, that's why you getting there. That's why you got that's why that shit is starting to go all over the place. You 41 and Scottish?
My shit is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
My shit is crazy.
You 41 and Scottish?
My shit look like a bonfire.
Yeah.
Yo, for real?
Come off, man.
Bad, dude. Like, if I needed to literally make warmth in the woods, I would start with me.
You see what I'm saying?
I would just be like this.
That little burning bush, Moses. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yes, man. Do your wife a favor and go get a wax. Listen to me, guys. I'm not going to ever steer y'all wrong. Have I steered y'all wrong before? Huh? I told y'all start going to therapy. You went to fucking therapy.
That's true. That's true.
You was hugging trees for a little bit.
I'm still hugging trees now.
You were holding stones.
When summertime, I still do that now.
Nah, you went through a little phase where you were trying to find yourself.
I'm doing that now.
I know.
got the stones right now. When it gets summertime, I'm out there, baby. Grounding. What are you talking about? Forehead to the tree. I'm telling y'all right now, go.
Could you ground on that guy's dick over there?
2 feet, 10 toes down, bro. I probably could hook my toes like a hawk to that fucking log. That's a log, bro. Yo, I'm telling you. That's a fucking log, bro. Y'all are playing. I'm telling you, y'all playing games, man. Listen, as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant.
Visual is crazy.
It's telling you. If you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.